tell me to go vertical, and I could swear just like the last few that I had set it for horizontal. Looking for my thing to plug in. What in the world? Here it is. Oh my gosh. This is going to be. I feel scattered already because I'm not really feeling well. Like all of a sudden, about a half hour ago. But I'm going to go ahead and continue setting up and getting ready, and then I'm going to raise the phone a little bit. So in the meantime, I will do the intro. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. Why do I call it that? I call it that because I want you to know it's okay to be your authentic self. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, how you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here we are about enhancing our natural features if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. And I hope that that resonates with you. And oh, if you are watching a replay and you've never been here before, hey Sarah, I would like to let you know that I do curse because I curse. And where's that thing? I'm trying to find. This is it. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do always try to say, excuse me. I'm trying to tighten this in. Hey, Grace. Okay. All right. So I don't want it down too low because me don't have no bra on. So, so let's do that. TMI, but not TMI for my fam. This video, what did I title this live stream? Oh, my takeaways from 2024 and my YouTube goals for 2025. Hey Janessa, hey Stephanie. I'm almost done your video, Grace. Your episode 4 of your eyeshadow palette collection. I started feeling nauseous about like 40 minutes ago. I have no idea why. Y'all see I'm not messing with that green one because I hate how it just never looks even, and my OCD, like, this needs to be in the middle. So I pulled out this hoodie today. I do have notes here. Once I finish messing around with all the stuff I'm messing around with, we will get into what I wrote down. I had on Kaboom earlier, but I took it off because I ate, and now I'm drinking ginger turmeric tea because I don't know what is wrong with me. Yeah, all of a sudden I just started feeling nauseous, and I don't know why. Hey, Mad, what you mad about? Hey, Melissa, good to see y'all. So I feel like I'm going in circles with if I want to declutter or not. And I did have things in purgatory. So far, everything except one thing. Actually, I think everything. Everything except one thing I decided to keep. So it was trash or treasure, and it turned out to be treasure. But what I'm feeling, excuse me, like I'm going around in circles about is I remember saying a few times, when I have stuff and it dies, just let it die. But I'm back to, do I just want to just declutter? Because what will happen is if I'm making myself use stuff that I am not like, woo, really excited to use, then I'm going to use less of what I am excited to use. You see what I mean? And so I want to be excited when I pick up whatever palette I'm using. Um, and so if I'm working with stuff that I'm just like ambivalent about, hey Tony, then it's like, why? Because I do want to use more of the stuff that I love. And so I'm back to that again. Like, do I want to just do a radical declutter or not? And something today that made me think about that again is this is the Lethal 2 Up palette, y'all. I think I'm gonna try and air that for in the morning, I think, on the 31st. But remember when I swatched them and they were dry? And that palette ain't it. The shimmers are really cool though. And I wish that they were the same size as their single shadows, because then I would just put them in a BYOP, but they're not. Um, And so when I did these looks, I'm like, I have other lethal shadows I can do these 2 looks with. And I started thinking about how a lot of my palettes I can probably dupe or almost dupe. Hey, Sarah. Oh, I spoke to you already. I'm like just trying to get my thoughts together here. And so if I have stuff that I can like almost dupe for, like I did the 669 palette, and not that I would build lethal BYOPs to dupe all the palettes I really like, but I'm thinking like I have those colors. And so then I had a thought the other day was just take pictures of the palettes that I really enjoyed, like 669. Y'all know how I felt about that palette. Just take a picture of the palettes I really love, and well, not yeah, I guess, or palettes I'm ambivalent about, and just get rid of it. And if I find I missed it, then just do a BYOP, or because I have the picture of the palette, just look at that color story and pull those colors from other palettes I have. And so that got me thinking about that. And I kind of feel almost like I'm crazy because I know I keep going back and forth between declutter, don't declutter, just keep it, let it die, don't keep it, get rid of it, dupe it. And I don't know where I'm at with all of that. So that's one of the things that I was thinking about. So I did another inventory of all of my makeup. We're not going to go through that. It's not too much different than the last inventory I did when I showed all of you my entire treasure trove. Thank you, Janessa, for that title. And so I just want to just keep an eye on what I have and not just keep buying more and more stuff. And I am determined to do. I'm gonna keep doing my perpetual. Are you not on tight? I just noticed my water bottle. The thing isn't on. I'm looking at it like, and I'm just distracting myself here. I'm going to continue my perpetual low buy, and I want to say I'm going to be more strict, but it's like how much more strict can I be? Because y'all know I don't buy a lot anyway. But it seems like when I do buy stuff, it's a bit. Just like November, I spent what was it, over $1,000 on makeup. How come I can't get this? Oh, here it is. Okay, this is how we're supposed to be, even all the way around. So I don't know what was up with that. And so then I was thinking, like, for some months, do I want to do a no buy? But if I'm waiting for sales or coupon codes or discounts, then what difference would it make if I had a no buy or just continued the perpetual low buy? You know what I mean? So I think I'm just in my head about trying to figure all of this out. I know I'm not a minimalist regarding makeup. And even for life, I've been looking at channels on how to be frugal. And I think I kind of am, actually, because I do use coupons a lot. And I bought some more stuff from BJ's, because twice a year I stack my freezer. And I have stuff in the chest freezer that I purchased. And so I did inventory the food stuff that I have, my skincare, just I inventoried a whole bunch of stuff. And so that way, when I run out of something skincare-wise, I can just look on my paper and say, okay, I do have 2 more of these, take one out, cross one off type of thing. But, yeah, so I'm stocked probably till like the spring at least. And I usually do this in the wintertime just in case I can't get out or whatever. But I am just trying to figure it out. So, well, the inventory stuff is figured out. So for my notes here for today, I have low buy rules, and most of the channels I watch did talk about, have a list and what your goal is. And my overall goal is to stop buying so much makeup. Even though I don't buy a lot, I don't feel like I buy a lot, but and write down what the goal is. Because the idea is when you write it down and look at it, hey Dylan, the idea is why am I doing this? Mainly because I still just want to keep a curated collection, and 2, to be even more aware of what I'm purchasing and why. And I've explained before, like my system and the questions that I ask myself, and having an accountability partner and all of that. And so I am just trying to brace myself to set all of that in motion. And knowing that the economy is changing too, I need to be more aware of like where my money is going. And so for today, the first part of my note was to talk about what are my takeaways from 2024. And we talked about personal boundaries and all of that already in a couple videos, so I'm not going to go over that again. Um, but one of the things, my takeaway from 2024 in my personal life is giving myself grace and being gentle with myself. If I'm going through something, don't beat myself up if I'm off track or if I'm not as productive or things like that. And that's all a reminder for me to set appropriate mental health boundaries. Appropriate meaning for me, because my boundaries may be different than someone else's. And so we talked about that in one of our other live streams about boundaries and self-care and all of that stuff. And another thing I wrote, and I think we did talk about that too, like not taking others' issues on ourselves and trying to fix them. We did talk about that because I was saying how it's a weight that you take on for yourself and it's not even yours to bear. And so, as far as my life in general, hey Monique, good to see you. How are you? Is to continue focusing on giving back to others. And periodically, I do have a mentee. If someone contacts me and it's an area of their life they would like my help with, to continue volunteering my time. Um, and I still am on faculty for that other program. And those academy classes are, it seems like every 3 months or so. Um, and also, I want to prioritize the pro side of things here. I did post in the app next door for if anybody's going to, because it seems like people who don't wear makeup, they only want it done like when they're going somewhere. And even one of my cousins that said I can do her face, she was like, I just wish I had somewhere to go though. And I'm like, but it's just for play. Like it's just, and so I found that a lot of people are like that. Like I do makeup and I just sit home. Other people do makeup and do videos. And actually that's me. Because when I do my face, I do a video. But a lot of people, they do not wear makeup unless they're going somewhere. And so that's been a thing. And so I do want to prioritize that next year. Excuse me, there is more work I need to do on the website, and that's why I don't advertise my website because it's like bare bones. I mean, it's just there, but I need to put some effort into it. And so for 2025, that is one of my goals and one of my takeaways from 2024. And even though I just started staying pro stuff in September, and so it hasn't even been that long, but I do want to prioritize that for 2025 and get that rolling on a consistent basis. And I have one here also to do presentations. I used to do presentations um, every now and then for different groups or a class for a conference or something. And I didn't do a lot of that last year. Actually, I haven't done a lot since COVID because I'm still not wanting to be around a lot of people. And so that kind of stops me too because there's a conference that's like 20 minutes away from me that they hold in April, and I'll register and I'll just go and then come back home, and I won't even stay like the whole time because I'm just not really feeling being around a bunch of people still. You know what I mean? And so I'm wondering now, like, if I even want that to be a priority for 2025 because yeah, I was at the doctor's, I was at the VA hospital the other day. And I heard somebody cough. It was like one of those phlegmy coughs. And I looked over. It was a friggin' doctor. And he didn't even cover his mouth or nothing. He just and just kept on walking. And I was just like, that motherfucker gross. I was just like, and the lady behind the desk, she was like, yeah, he does that all the time. I'm just like, how did she even know who it was? So he must just do that. And people know his cough by now. But I'm just like, that is just gross. Like he ain't cover his mouth. He ain't turn his head. He just like, it just kept on. I was just like, that's why I don't like being around people. Um, so that's what I want to focus on from takeaways is giving back to others, volunteering my time, and these are things I do already anyway. But the newest thing would be seriously prioritizing the pro side of makeup because I do need to do more stuff to the website. I know I need to advertise more, and I feel like now that I'm talking about it, so thank you y'all for being here to help me process this. I think part of me not promoting more is because I know my website is bare bones, and I went back and forth over if I even want to keep the website or not. You know what I mean? And so I need to decide either way. And so my site is on Wix, And from what I've been hearing, like they jack up the prices after your first year. And I'm like, excuse me? So now I'm back to like, do I really want to? And so, but that's what I took away from 2024 that I want to carry on and do better with or do more of in 2025. Let me know if y'all have like any takeaways from 2024. And I know from the week of lives, we talked about a whole lot of stuff. Happy New Year to you too, Monique. I hope it is a Happy New Year because I'm not excited about the political climate right now. And so I'm just like, kind of just, you know, Janessa said my site is on Wix too. I don't remember if I got if I got a deal the first year, but the prices went up. It wasn't a lot from what I remember. Oh, okay. Your website is nice, Janessa. You know what? Maybe I'll hire you to build up my my struggle with Wix is I used to have a site on WordPress before, and I learned how to work it, so it became easy for me. And for Wix, though, it doesn't seem like I can really customize whatever template I chose. And that's what I'm not liking, because if I try to move something, it won't go. And it's just like the template is what it is. Whereas with Wix, I can add stuff, take stuff away, da da da. And so, but just how I learned WordPress, I can learn Wix. I just need to really just sit down and do it. But thank you for that, Janessa, because I was hearing it jacks up like double. And if it does go up double, maybe that's what the price really is, because I got it on a deal from when I had ordered my last batch of my Pro MUA business cards. And it was like, oh, would you like that at a website? And that was one of the homework assignments was business cards and a website. So I just went ahead and did it since I was on Vistaprint. And so it's through Wix, but it's attached to your Vistaprint account. And so I want to do that. And so what are my goals? What are some of your takeaways from 2024? It's looking really nice and bright over here today. And I only have one or two ring lights. I don't have any of the little ones on. So I'm like, so that's kind of strange. And it's not going light and dark like it usually do. But so what are some of y'all takeaways from 2024? My goals for YouTube in 2025, excuse me. In addition to what my takeaways are from 2024. So my YouTube goals for 2025 is, I think I might have mentioned it before, where I'm going to be switching up my content. It's still going to be makeup, it's still going to be skincare. Maybe once in a while, if I feel myself while I'm fixing something to eat, then, I'll film that, because that was a lot of fun. I can definitely help with the website stuff. There are some of their editing features that frustrate me, but I figured out quite a bit. Okay, thank you, Janessa. I might be texting you on it. Seriously. And if you charge me, that's fine too, because that will be you helping me with my professional site. So it is not like a personal thing, it's more like professional. And so if you have rates or whatever, just let me know through text, and we'll figure that out. Because I know your time, because you stay busy too. And so I know it's going to be time taken away from whatever else you would be doing. So I'm okay with paying for it because it is a business. But thank you for saying that. So switching up the content, I still don't want to have a video go up every friggin' day. And I was almost there, and then I'm back to it. Because the week of lives, I didn't want to post videos every day and still do the live, because I didn't want to overwhelm y'all with extra content every day for that week. And so I found myself back where I was with videos going up every day. And I appreciate y'all who watch them. And for me, my views are low, but it builds over time. And I know people say, oh, right out the gate, you should have, such and such number. But for me, it builds slowly over time. And that's okay with me because it is going up over time. Sarah says, I just had to take one day at a time and be aware of my limitations in all areas of my life. Absolutely. And I can relate to that. Excuse me. Because I need to schedule in like recuperation days when I do stuff. And that's an important lesson I think that both of us have learned, is like how to, hey Tanny, I'm probably saying your name wrong, I'm sure. So please forgive me for that. But hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. So I'm back where I am with videos going up every day. And I don't want to do that because I feel like it's a lot for y'all to have to watch every day. But then y'all do watch when you can. And so I'm like, why is it a big deal to me? I just feel like it's, I don't want to say I feel like it's excessive because there are people who do videos Monday through Friday. And I've been having videos go up every day for how long now? So I'm like, why am I tripping over it now? What do y'all think? Should I keep striving to not have something every day or just keep stuff every day if it happens and y'all are okay with that? So let me know that. Because I do want to be respectful of people's time as well. So what do y'all think about that? Keep working towards not having a video every day or just keep having uploads almost every day? So that's the question because I really want to know because y'all that are in here are the ones that usually be the first ones to watch my videos. And so y'all are the ones to ask. And so I am also going to be doing different types of titles. I may not always title what the palette is that I'm using because once I get down to my sweet spot for my number of palettes that I want, it's going to be like the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And so if every title for a week is like, Natasha didn't want to be, but y'all going to be like, girl, you done used this palette 5 times this week. And so I'm going to just do different titles and I may title what the look is or what the look is that I'm going for so that way it won't seem like the same makeup, you know what I'm saying, especially if I do get down to my sweet spot. I know I'm going to need to switch up how I title some of my videos and maybe if I still do show the video in the thumbnail because then you'll know, but then just title it something like soft glam look for any day, whatever, like that type of stuff. And I know a lot of content creators do that already. But so that's something that's going to change maybe by the second week of January because I'm already scheduled out for the first week of January. That was ridiculous. I would say, Janessa says, I would say see how you're feeling. If it still feels fun and interesting to do videos every day, don't worry about it being too busy for the audience. If you get tired of it, do fewer. And I'm not tired of it because I do enjoy playing in my makeup. And my thought has always been if I do my makeup, record it. So it's like no big deal. And I've learned a while ago like where the sweet spot is for what to do in the videos that'll minimize how much editing I do. And so I'll just, do the eye look and cut out the whole set in the face, bronzer, blush, highlighter, set and spray, eyeliner, upper lash line, mascara, all of that. And so that's a chunk of the video. That might be 20 minutes of the video that I cut out. So I don't have to do a lot of cuts because it's just that one chunk in the middle. And I enjoy playing with makeup. One thing I started trying to do was do like 3 looks, 1 palette, because then that's the look every day, so that's 3 days. And so it's not a video every day per se, because it might still be something already scheduled to upload. But if I do 3 looks, 1 palette, 5 looks, 1 palette, I'm still doing looks every day, but I'm not posting every day. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm just overthinking the whole thing, to be honest with you. And that's why I'm asking, because it might just be me feeling how I'm feeling. And I also like having videos in the pocket because if it's a day I'm not feeling well or if I don't do makeup for 3 days, I still have content there. And there have been times where I've had stuff scheduled and then I just changed the date because I didn't have anything for a certain date or whatever. So it's rare that I don't do a look every day. Well, let me say this. I might do looks maybe 4 days out the week. And that's makeup because then I might do commentary videos or, something like that. And then live stream every Monday. So that's not a video. I think today I had one going up this morning. But I don't know. I'm overthinking it because I'm thinking it might be overwhelming for y'all, but nobody has said, hey, that's too many. And my views have been consistent, and so that's not an issue with that either. So I am gonna be changing the titles. We'll have different titles for my videos, and I was looking at Hung Vango's page. He don't never list products. He don't ever list products like in the title, and he does get quite a bit in PR or brands will send him stuff for him to try. And so his is like elegant evening makeup, um, colorful spring makeup. I mean, it's just, and so I was thinking I would do that. And also, when I think back to when I first started watching YouTube back in 2007, it was about the color story. It was about the look. Nobody was like, oh, you need to get this brand. I mean, it was so different than how it is now. It wasn't anything about, oh, you have to buy this, you got to buy that, except Morphe. Morphe's always been like that. Um, but it's always been, it would be like blue, green, and yellow eye look. It was about the colors. It wasn't about brands. And Sarah's like, relax, it's okay. I know, I don't know like what's happening. I'm just like, roll with what you're comfortable with and see, and what you see is working. And the thing is, I'm going to call you my neighbor's name, Sarah. It, what I'm doing is working. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to make up stuff. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know like why I was tripping on that. Okay, so that's a non-issue. Okay, thank you, Sarah. She's like, girl, just relax. Oh, okay. Thank you, Janessa. Thank you, Sarah. So we're going to be doing different video titles. And I'm also going to focus more on techniques because I do want to do more creative looks, more of the troll play type stuff, because those are fun to me and they are exciting. It takes a long time though to do those videos. When I edited that Grinch look that I did, oh my gosh, y'all, editing was a beast. Editing was a beast. Because if I would have left the whole thing in, oh, oof. But so I do want to do more creative looks. I do want to do some editorial looks. I want to do high fashion looks, like the stuff that I learned in the class. I want to do more of those things because they are fun. Um, those videos do take me a long time though because it's like I want it to be perfect by a troll's standard of perfection because I already know it's going to be different because I do different. But so I am excited about that though, and also with focusing on techniques, different types of looks, color stories, color combinations, high fashion, editorial, all of that. That's going to make my old makeup new again. Because I'm using it in a way I normally don't use it. And that goes to me thinking, how can I keep my stash fresh, even though it's stuff I had for a year already, and y'all have already seen like 10 times, probably like 100 times by now. Um, and so I think that that'll help with that as far as keeping things interesting is just switching up stuff and not being like, oh, look, number 5 with Natasha Denona Golden palette. No, like we've done that. And so I've been writing out video titles, like stuff that has come to me just on a whim. So I have a long list of shit. I have a long list, a long list. And so, but that is something I'm excited about. And also, probably close to a year ago, when I did a members only post for suggestions, because members get to make suggestions and I will do them. And a couple said, palette bingos, and for me to shop my stash. And so that's something I will start doing more of because even doing a palette bingo, that's going to be something different because I'm going to be using palettes I have in a way I haven't used them before and mixing palettes that'll keep the palettes new. It'll be something fresh. And so that is on my list to do more of, in 2025. And so, so what I'm going to do is, let me write a note. At least one time a week, palette bingo. So I'm writing that down. And I will still post at least once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. Members only post like something specific they might want to see. Because I do want members to feel like they're invested into the channel because they are investing into the channel. So palette bingo, shop my stash. And I will post again. I've never shopped my stash for me. But I had posted, and members have shopped my stash. And so that's exciting. So we will continue to do that. And maybe we'll do once a week. I don't know. How many times a week for that? I don't know. Shop my stash myself or members is the note that I'm writing. And it was exciting when members shot my stash because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make this work. And I feel weird shopping my own stash because other than my eyeshadow palettes, y'all know everything I got. I got 3 different brands of bronzers, 3 different brands of highlighters. So y'all know it's gonna be that. And my hourglass powders. And so my mind is like, how can I make this old stuff seem like it's new? And that would be a way to do that. Um, and so I am excited about that. And yes, I will be doing seasonal looks. I don't know how well that's going to turn out because even when I did my Christmas look, it was like grungy. Hey, Dawn. And I feel like I've been doing more grungy type videos lately. And I noticed that the other day. I noticed it when I was doing the Christmas look. I'm like, this turned out grungy. Like, what the hell? People don't do this for Christmas. But then I don't do seasonal looks. And so it's like, so I do feel like I've been doing more grunge lately. Um, Not intentionally, though, even though that is one of my favorite aesthetics, excuse me. And so, and monochromatic looks, which we love, halo looks, all of that stuff. Excuse me. One of the things that's going to happen, I think it may be scheduled for the second week in January. It's going to say December. Is I still have more stuff in my purgatory box, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair them. And so I already wrote out what palette to put with what other palette, and we'll see if those things are going to be trash or treasure. Um, yeah, it's just I don't. How I feel right now is that for people who just do new release, I think that's easier than trying to come up with what type of look are we going to do and what are we going to call it to keep things interesting. Because if you only do new release, you just got to find where the stuff is and get the pictures and talk about it. And then when you buy it, then you talk about it again. But I'm feeling like I have like extra work to do. And I will never be a new release channel because that to me is insane. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Like it is not feasible for me because stuff costs a lot of freaking money. And I love what I have, and I still want everything I have to be stuff I love and that I'm excited to use. Yeah, too much money to spend, and some of them do get a lot of stuff in PR, so that's something too. Um, but I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. Um, and I did think about it before when I was on my makeup Instagram because that's where most people get their pictures from, and so I can't even do it if I wanted to because I'm not on makeup Instagram anymore. And my other Instagram, I am not turning that into a makeup Instagram channel. And so I feel like I gotta just think outside of the box. Excuse me. BJC, hello. Is this the Meat Lovers live stream? No, but you can watch and pretend it is if you want to. Happy to have you here. um, and so I'm feeling like I just have a lot of stuff to do. And I always feel like that though, kind of, sort of, really. Because it's always like, okay, what palette am I going to use? What type of look am I going to do? Um, yeah. Someone's like, oh Lord. And so that's something that's going to change is more of the type of look in the title versus, thank you, Janessa, versus focusing on a brand. Because I try to always remember to say, if you don't have this palette, just look at the colors. Just look at the color stories. And I miss those days. And I know I talk about it often back in 2007, 2008. It was all about the colors. It wasn't about names and brands and all of that. um, I told myself I want to do a high fashion look or editorial look for New Year's Eve, but that's tomorrow. So I don't think I'm going to have that up. Uh, and I don't know about having this one ready for tomorrow. This is the Lethal 2 Up palette, y'all. That palette ain't it. The shimmers, yeah, the mattes are horrible. Um, and I could do this with other Lethal stuff that I have. So I'm like, do I even want to keep this palette? And it came in the mystery bag. My tea is nice and cold right now. And so So those are my thoughts on what's going to change here for. I keep looking at the two up, but I just haven't been able to say yes. Do you want mine? I only I swatched it and did this look, and that's all the times I've used it. The shimmers are awesome. The mattes, if you want mine, let me know because I'll send it to you because I'm really not feeling it. And so I was back to not liking the mattes and looking at these looks. I have other lethal stuff I could do this with. And so it's like, do I even want to keep it? And I do have one for giveaway. I posted, oh, damn. I was supposed to announce the giveaway when I did this look. So I remember saying, when I did that video, I would talk about the rules for the giveaway for the second mystery bag I had, and I forgot. Damn. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put it in. When I edit, I'll put somewhere in the video on the screen giveaway rules down below, and I will title the video giveaway. I'll put giveaway somewhere in the title. Let me write myself a note to do that. Talk about lethal. Well, write about. Yeah, the rules will be in the description box. Rules about lethal giveaway. So I wrote that down. I completely forgot about that. Put in description box. I did a short today, just saying I have 2 giveaways open because for both of them, I think there's only like 2 entries. They both end on January 6th, which is great for the people who did enter so far because the chances are high you're going to win. You have a 50-50 chance right now to winning. And so, yeah, but I did a short today. So if they want to enter that, they can just watch those videos. And honestly, I don't even know what video it was for both of those. One I do know was a Penzies video because that's a Penzies giveaway. The other one I forget what video it was. If you're getting rid of it, I'll take it, but don't send it if you want to play more. I'm turned off by the matchiness. The ones that I said in the swatch party that were dry, they are dry, and I'm just like. And this eye, everything over here is matte except for the brow bone highlight. This is that white shade. It looks white, but that's a pretty duochrome. It's up here too, so it has like a green tint to it. That's pretty. This side is all mattes except this right here was that matte blue, and you see it's patchy as hell. That I tried to put right here for transition shade. That's patchy as hell. But the shimmers are really nice, but I'm like, I kind of have those already. So we have 3 shades over here, which they blend together nicely, and 3 shades over here. We have the pink, the orange, and this shade. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, these are like the Unzai palette with a pink and an orange and a purple. And we do have like that light green up here and something else we put over there. But those mattes, the lighter ones didn't show up well, like even on me. But Janessa, you be working miracles with your makeup, so I think you'll get some good use out of it. So let me make a note. Lethal to Janessa. And I almost felt bad, like having a bad experience with it, and then I have one in a giveaway. But the other one, maybe mine was just a dud. So, we'll see. Yeah, so those 2 giveaways are both still open. And so those are my thoughts on what I'm going to do different for next year. So it's going to be more of the same. Just different titles and different types of looks. And I will work on what the look is going to be. Because a lot of times I'm like, oh, we'll just call it this. Like after the fact, when I see how it develops, I'm like, oh, we'll call it this. Versus, this is what we're going to do today. And I'm just like, what the hell? So that'll help me be more strategic in like what I'm doing. Because I do want to do other stuff. And I do want to keep my makeup new. Because even if I love a palette, that I'm like, I could use this every day. I could use this every day for 2 weeks and not care. But I'm like, are they going to want to see this palette every day for 2 weeks? Janessa says, yeah, I've been trying to come up with her 2025 goals. I usually get stuck on ... survive ? That's a real thing because life still goes on and YouTube is just a part of it. and it's easily a disposable part of life because a lot of people leave and they'll be like, I'm back, and you look on their channel page, and their last video was like 2 years ago or something. So people do check out and just come back. But it is very much a part of my life. So I know I'm going to be playing the makeup. I just want to have it be interesting and not just the same thing all the time. Because I want y'all to enjoy being here. Another one of my goals, I know I always say numbers are not numbers, they're people. But I really would like to grow my Troll Kin membership because I really would love to do members only live streams. But my official Troll Kin now, all of our schedules are so different. And so it's like, who would show up? And so I do want to grow that side. I do want to grow the official Troll Nation membership, and I also want to grow the pro side. But I understand that that's going to take time and that's going to be slow because anything you want to learn on YouTube, you can find it for free. So why join a membership to have to learn something? You see what I'm saying? So it would have to be they would really want me to be the one to show them something or to teach them something. I noticed recently somebody started doing, um, I guess like high fashion looks, and they did a membership for that. So it's like $4.99 a month, and like each month. And this is new that she just started doing this like maybe 2 months ago. And she'll show a picture of the look and say, if you would like to see this look, join the member. Da, da. And I'm just like, so other people are thinking too, like how to, I guess, supplement income. Because times is about to change. And that's another factor too. Even with having makeup clients, that costs money. And if people are struggling or if they're just making it, paycheck to paycheck, they're not going to want to spend $80, $90 just for a makeup look, even if they are going out, because when they go out, they're going to spend money while they're out. You know what I mean? And so I think about that too. And even as far as the pro membership, they would have to really want it to be me to teach them something because that's money. That's almost a tank of gas. That's like three quarters of a tank of gas for me. The cost of that membership. But I would like to grow both, but I am being realistic about money, people's money. And so I am hoping to do that. Of course, I'm still hoping that us here grow, and my growth is steady, and I like it because it's organic. Like there's not like an influx, and then they all leave. You know what I mean? Usually when people come, they stay, unless YouTube might unsubscribe somebody every now and then, which to me is just like what the hell. But which is okay because if they haven't watched in a certain period of time and YouTube unsubscribes them, then it wouldn't matter because I'm not getting the watch hours. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, if y'all don't do, those of you who are here who don't do content, hey, Lock, it's a lot of thought. It's a lot of thought into I'll speak for myself, what I do and why. And those that are here, like I know Grace is always hustling, Janessa's always hustling, Lock does content. And so it's not just sit here and just do whatever, you know what I mean? And so it's just new for me because I didn't do this last year where I thought about what do I want to do for 2024. I'll just keep doing videos. Like it wasn't even all this thought. But then also it wasn't thought of, do I want to do a radical declutter? And if somebody asked when I did the only 10 palettes, that was 18. Somebody asked, what if I really just kept those 18 and got rid of everything else? And I'm like, I ain't going to answer because I'm not even going to think about it. But I did think about it later, not to really do it, but I really thought, I might have said it in that video, would I be content with just those 18 palettes? And I kind of think, excuse me for smacking, I think I would, but I don't know. Because some palettes, I really like them, but it's not like, oh my God, 669, the Yucca palette, the Xenon. Like it wasn't that, you know what I mean? But it was still like, I really like this palette. You know what I mean? Um, and so I would like to think I would be content with those 18, but I'm really not trying to find out. But here I am again thinking, like, do I want to just declutter? So I need to just chill out. That's what it is. I need to chill out. I think me overthinking makeup, excuse me for smacking, is me just trying to avoid feelings for the political climate. Maybe that's what it is. Like focus on makeup stuff and goals versus all the madness out there going on in the world right now. So those are just things, as y'all can tell, I'm just all over the place. And that's why I wrote notes down, because I'm like, this But it still will be makeup and it still will be skincare. That much I know. So I did write out, well, I typed them and printed it, low buy rules. And everybody I've seen, the one says, same here, I want to stick my hand in the makeup stand. Yeah. Uh, and Tony says, Dion, you should do a shared live with Locke and Janessa. I thought about months and months and months ago about me, Janessa, and Grace doing one, but then I found out that I can't have two other people on. And so I don't know a way around it of having two other people here. For just one person, yes. But for two people, I don't know how to do that. And when I Googled it, it was like saying I can't. And so that's why that live never happened. And all three of us were like, yeah, let's do it. And then I looked into it and I'm like, damn, I should have like looked at this first. And so that's why we never did that, because I can't do one with two other people. But yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Because all of us had really different styles. Like Janessa's just like, and Locke is like, and I'm just like, so I do think that would be fun. And even with Grace, like her style is different too. I mean, she does color too, but like her shapes and everything, and her eye shape is different. But yeah, I think I would have. I think. Wait a minute. Dawn says, I think I've seen just talking heads on a multiple live. I know on Instagram they can do that, but when I looked up for YouTube how to do it, it was like you can't, unless I read it wrong. Excuse me. Yo, I think I'm catching a cold because a couple videos ago, all of a sudden my nose got stuffy like in the middle of the video. But then the next live stream, I mean, the next video, it wasn't. And then the day, a little while ago, I felt nauseous, and now my nose is getting stuffy again. So I'm like, am I catching a cold or not? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know. Maybe that doctor coughing, hacking, walking down the hall at the hospital. But yeah, that would be fun. Group lives would be fun. I've been looking into, StreamYard. I think that's what Audra Rains and Perfectly and Kara C used when they did the trio lives. Okay, and I have never done StreamYard. And I know a lot of people do use it. Dawn says I need to look some up because I'm positive I've seen multiple people in the live. But they may not have been just here on YouTube Live. It might have been through StreamYard or something like that. And I just use YouTube Live. I don't do StreamYard. But I know people do it. But I don't think it's just regular, just YouTube. I think they're going through with the third party. That's what I think. Locke says, I think I have only done one live, and it was on IG years ago with Jamila, Sons of Ray, Daphne, and Zena. Yes, Instagram, you can definitely just like have a whole party on there. But YouTube is like, nah, we ain't doing all that. But yeah, and I am not tech savvy, so to even think about, okay, StreamYard or whatever other thing is, I'm like I'll just be right here. But yeah, so that would be a lot of fun. Excuse me. Yeah, but yeah, that's through StreamYard or another streaming service. I think if I ever do a live, it will be membership only. I think I do want to do membership only, but it goes back to how many can be here, because all of our schedules are so different. You know what I mean? Well, I should say all of y'all schedules, because I don't have the schedule. And so that's the thing, and it is open for suggestion for members, but no member I have asked for one. And it may be just because all of our times are so different, or like what we do is different, or our jobs, or time zones, or stuff like that. Like, were you ever in Britt Clark's live chat? I do know that Lori does a members only live, I think on Friday. Excuse me. And also I don't want to just do commentary videos. Like I'm not a reaction channel, I'm not a gossip channel. It would still just be makeup, or if one of the members had a specific topic or um something specific to do or a certain type of look or something like that. But I really don't want to. I've seen a live where there were 4 people, but forgot if it was StreamYard. It was either StreamYard or something else because YouTube doesn't allow that. It was a long time ago. She doesn't do many lives now. And so that is an option. I'm just not tech savvy, y'all. And even thinking about trying to learn something new, I'm just like, I know my limitation. I know my lemons. I know my limitations. See, now I can't even speak right now because I'm just like, I cannot learn something new. I'll do the tech research and report back. Thank you, Janessa. Pretty Kiwi. Hi. Crazy Troll Nation. Britt introduced me to Divina Cosmetics, says Tony. So I wrote down, I don't know if I'm gonna keep all of this on paper because the videos I watch where they're doing no buy years or low buys, they have a notebook and they keep all kind of stuff in there. And I'm like, is it really all that though? But then I'm tripping over how many videos to do a week. So I did write stuff down. The first thing was like, well, for me, this isn't what any of them said, but some of the stuff on here is actually most of it's not. Um, Something I thought about was first understanding my spending habits. Excuse me. I know y'all heard that. That was disgusting. That came from down in my diaphragm. I have a notebook. I thought about putting stuff in the notebook black, but I'm like, because by now I've been doing my perpetual low buy for years, and so I already know like what that is. Um, so I'm like, do I need to really write that? Because I've been doing it for years. But understanding my spending habits so that I can set realistic spending goals. And I do think I do okay with the perpetual low buy, sales, coupons, and we've seen from this year, even now sales are still going on. Natasha Denone, I put on my community tab, they're having 25% off right now, on top of all the sales they just had in November and earlier in December. So I'm just like, damn. And so I really can just wait if I really want to get something. But I was going to get Yucca full price until Bestie sent me a code because I was like, I was going to buy that palette. And it's only a very few things that hit me, and I'm like, I'm getting it. I don't care what. But so my first thing would be understanding my spending habits. And it's been good until November because when I ran through the numbers of what I spent every month, it was, 157 was the lowest. And I think the highest was like 3 something. And then November jumped up to over 1,000. And so, I have so many notes in my memo function in my phone, pretty Kiwi. Yeah, I have an Android and there's a memo app. And so I have so many memos in there. And that's why I do, type up stuff and keep information in there. But trying to set up this mirror to put this lip gloss on. And so understanding my spending habits. And I pretty much I must be about to lie, I'm stuttering. For the most part, I did get better with sleepy time shopping and with emotional shopping. Because those were the 2 things where I'm like, I cannot keep doing this. This is Kaboom. I like it even like that. And so just really not shopping based on my emotion. I like this. Because there's a little bit of color. Where most glosses is not, but then this is this type of color. And so just really understanding my spending habits. And most of the channels, I love paper and pen notes. I'm still old school for that. And I have a notebook. Actually, it's right here. I have this book. And it says Outlink. I don't know where I got this from. And I have used it. So this is like a notebook. You can put, paper over here and attach it in here. I don't know where I got this from, but I've had it for years. And it says business notes at a glance. So it's probably from Staples. And so I thought about using this, and you can put your, let me do this side. You can put what your tasks are, you can date it, and then you can just write all of your notes. And this is completely empty. So I'm like, I could easily just use this, number one, for my inventory stuff. I inventoried everything. I don't know if I was just bored that day or like, I don't know what I was going through, but I inventoried all of my skincare, all of my non-perishables. I inventoried all my canned stuff, all of my makeup, my skincare. And so I wrote them out. I typed them up. But those are things that, and I do think if I hand wrote it, which is a lot, that it would help me remember it more. But I can use this book for that. And it has a pen holder. Does the pen still work? I don't know. But I came across this because I decluttered and rearranged my bookcase, which is over here. Because stuff was looking crazy. And I had a lot of boxes that, like, if I get pins, oh, this is a good box. I'll keep this one for when I ship something somewhere. So all of them loose boxes, because I had paid for boxes from Amazon already anyway, that I still have. So I got rid of a bunch of boxes. So it's looking really nice and neat over here right now. But, yes, I put this here to put stuff in it. So what they always say is like, write down, thank you, pretty Kiwi. Oh, Tony says, I missed something. iPhones are the worst. Let me scroll up. Oh, pen and paper, says Janessa. Pretty Kiwi said no, iPhones are worse. The apps, the slang fixing and everything gets on my nerves. Just like Granny said, I had the nerve to spell check it. And Tony says, no buy is too cutthroat for me. I plan to put the money for makeup into a new car fund. Oh, that's good. But I still want to feed my guilty pleasure. Okay. And so when I thought about goals, I'm like, what would my goal be? Because again, I don't shop a lot. So like the month when I spent like $157 or some change, like that's kind of like a drop in the bucket for most of us, I think. So goals could be if you want to downsize, which what am I going to get rid of? I already get rid of stuff all the time. If you want to save money, pay down debt, which is what my goal should be, and to travel. And I do want to travel more, but I don't want to be around people. So like sitting on a plane with random strangers, I'm like, I don't know. But I do. I'm in my mid-50s, and I have not been to too many places. So I do want to travel. And so the first thing would be pay down debt, because then I'll have money that I can travel with as I pay down debt. And then my next thing was decide between a no buy and a low buy. I've been doing perpetual low buy for like at least 3 years now. A no buy, I agree with you, Tony. It's too cutthroat for me. And I remember saying I don't want to say I'm doing a no buy, because if I slip up and buy something, I'm going to feel like shit. And I don't want to put myself in that position to feel bad because I bought an eyeliner. You know, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's sitting on the plane doesn't sound fun anymore. And I'm also thinking, excuse me for smacking, my little cousin, the cheerleader, their schedule should be coming out soon. And I don't think I flew anywhere with them for her competitions. I know I definitely went to the local, well, the ones within driving distance, even if it was a few hours away. Did I fly with them somewhere? I want to say yes, but I don't remember. And so I need to get in touch with my cousin, her mom, and see what the schedule is and where they're going. I didn't go to I think it was Florida, because the ticket was like $800 something, and the room for the weekend was like 900 something. I said, shit, I ain't go. I'm like that. Pretty Kiwi, as a Virgo, I'm organized, and yes, we do overthink. I wish y'all can see the things I write about. Ugh. I wanted to be an author, but God had other plans. So, yeah, so it should be pay down debt first. And the thing that, not that it's tripping me up, but I have a beauty budget account. So that money would just sit in there unless I intentionally put it somewhere else. But if I'm going to still maintain a perpetual low buy, that means I'm going to need money in my beauty account. You know what I mean? So I'm just like... And so I have thought about, what if I did a no buy for certain months? And so that might be what I do. And so what I did was, I'm not committing to it right here and now, y'all. These are just thoughts. So what I looked at was, I know it's on one of these friggin' papers. I looked up sales from 2024 for Ulta and for Sephora and other sites. January this year, 2024, Ulta did a Love Your Skin sale. So it was like a higher percentage off for skin stuff. But y'all, I inventory my skincare. I have enough skincare. There's only one thing I think I want to buy. I started keeping a wish list. I have two things on my wish list so far. Um, the Murad under eye cream, because I only bought the one to see if I like it, and I do. So I think I might want to purchase that. But all my other skincare, I'm set. I'm set for at least a year. Yep, my budget turned into a down payment on a cat. Oh, a car. I'm sorry. Your your budget turned into a down payment for a car. I have got so bored at first with makeup previously. I was buying too much and subscribed to BoxyCharm. I hear you. The one says I just got the catalog for skincare event. I have plenty already. Yes, I'm good for skincare for at least a year, except the eye cream, because I only have the one eye cream. And in March was the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And April was the Sephora Rouge sale. June and July of this year, Sephora did the point multiplier events. And then in August, Sephora sent out a one-time use friends and family code. And in September was the other 21 Days of Beauty sale. And we know Pat McGrath, which I am no longer even excited about, we know they do 30% and 40% off. And sometimes, if they're not moving out of Sephora, sometimes you can get stuff on clearance from Pat McGrath. You might as well drive at that point. Florida should be at least 100. Should be at least 150, especially if you're traveling more. I remember back in the day, like from here, well, flying from Philadelphia, what the hell am I talking about? Flying from Philadelphia to Texas was like $250, and now they want like $800-900. I'm like, I'm gonna have to sit this one out because I wear my shirt when her team goes up. And I did wear my shirt one Saturday when they were going, and I took a picture and showed it to my cousin. I said, I'm supporting from home. I got my team shirt on. I'm representing. But I'm like, the prices was outrageous. Yeah, you might as well drive. Yeah. I'm just like, whew. If it's more than my rent or close to my rent, I'm like, I ain't doing that. And my rent might go up. I'm sure my rent's going to go up again next year. I'm going to ask if they'll give me a waiver for a year to not increase my rent. I don't have nothing to lose. All they can say is yes or no. But I'm just like, this, yeah. So almost every month, and then November and December, both Ulta and Sephora had sales. And Natasha, since November, her website has been having sales. So I'm thinking like, that is super easy to maintain a perpetual low buy because of all these friggin' sales. And when I wrote them out, I'm like, damn, January, March, April, June, July, August, September, and then November. It's like every month there's a huge sale between Ulta and Sephora, not including the regular ones from Natasha's site or the Pat McGrath website. And so when I looked up months that did not have a sale, it was like February, May, and October. So I could say I'm going to do a no buy for those 3 months. But if I'm going to wait for a sale anyway, what difference does it make? And I do take advantage of point multiplier events, but I don't need anything right now. And I don't think makeup is a need anyway. Skincare for me is a need, but like I have enough. And so part of me feels like I could go on a no buy and be okay, but it's just the thought of I can't buy stuff that's what's tripping me up. Because I'm like, what do you mean I can't? Watch me. But I think I'm going to just keep a wish list and then just wait for a good sale or a point multiplier or a coupon code and then just buy what it is at that point. And I can't tell you what's on there now because it's in my phone and I'm doing it live on my phone. But it's only like 2 things. Yeah, I have enough stuff. And I even inventory my backup stuff. And I'm just like, I have enough stuff. And I want to downsize my stuff. So I will just be waiting for those sales. If I do a no buy, it'll be a month when I know there's no sales. And so that'll be easy because that'll mess up my perpetual low buy. You're going to be like me, security deposit money. Even if flights went up with inflation. I'm just like, But my cousin, though, being a sports mom, like she has to. Her daughter has to be there. So she doesn't have an option. I have an option. But so and decide on a time frame, which perpetual Levi is ongoing. Write down a list of rules I create, and I've already done that. Accountability partner, ask myself those questions. Sandy almost forgot today was Monday. Hey, Sandy. And wait for sales, coupon codes, point multipliers. And so I've been really consistent with those things. And some people, they were saying, budget for fun and for food. And that's something I thought about. I don't eat out a lot, but I maybe eat out what? Maybe maybe twice a month I'll get takeout. Maybe twice a month I do takeout. And I don't use DoorDash. I don't use, them other things. Today doesn't look or feel like a Monday. It really doesn't. I don't know what today feels like, but it's just, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't feel like a Monday. I don't know. It just feels, and maybe I'm just feeling some kind of way. I don't know. But yeah, one channel I watched, she said they ate out like 4 times a week. I'm like, damn. Or buy lunch every day instead of taking lunch. But I am stocked on food. So if I do want to go get that salmon cheesesteak. And so my neighbor and I, we said in January we're gonna go over there and get food. Y'all, that thing is almost $20, but it is so freaking good. Oh my god. So y'all only get takeout maybe twice a month. And it's not even expensive. Like that place is called Aunt Vonda's Kitchen. That's the place that does the lamb cheese steak and the salmon cheese steak. And they have other items too, but those are the ones I really like. Other stuff might be if I stop at the food court at the mall, something like that, which is less than less than $11 probably. So I don't eat out a lot, I think, for it to be that big of a deal. Hey, Dawn, Dion, and Pretty Kiwi, and anyone else hanging out silently. I know people be multitasking when they watch my live, Sandy. I'm just glad that y'all be here. I had on Grace's episode 4 of her eyeshadow palette collection today, and I was fixing breakfast and washing my brushes. So I had her on my TV. I have a 55-inch, and I can see the TV from the kitchen. And so I was listening to her while I was multitasking. I can't imagine eating out that much. Then again, some would be horrified to see what I spend on makeup. Yeah, only twice a month, if that. Sometimes it ain't even that much. I can't imagine eating. Yeah, that. And some people do. I will say this: when I was working, I was getting Salad Works at least 4 times a week. I would pick it up on my way home, so that can be considered dining out. Yeah, I was at Salad Works like at least 4 times a week. And I knew I was there a lot because I kept earning a lot of rewards, which turns into money to get off on your next order, stuff like that. And I would always keep the points until I had enough to get a free salad. And there's a Salad Works down on Route 40, and there's one at Christiana Mall, which is less than 10 minutes away. And this is when I knew I was there too much. Sorry for poking you on the eye. I eat fast food maybe twice a year, depending on where I'm pet sitting, says Dawn. I'd be washing makeup brushes up. I sure did wash some brushes. The ones I did today for this look. And I went to the mall. I can eat salads every day. I can eat salads every day. But I put a lot of different stuff in it. So it's like my salads is like a whole meal. It's not just like a side salad type of thing. But I had went to the food court at Christiana Mall. This was years ago. And one of the managers, he's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I was wondering if you were okay." I was like, damn, like I really do be here a lot. Like they miss me. Like that's when I knew for sure, like, damn, like he was like, "I was wondering if you were okay." He really said that. I was just like, oh shit, I do be here a whole lot. I never eat out, says Sandy. I'll go with people, but the food issues keep me from food and drink. Saves a ton and makes me a cheap date. Yo, when I was dating, I'm like, let's go to Bahama Breeze happy hour. Appetizers half off. I would order like 3 different appetizers. And me and my friend who moved down south, we used to go like every month or so, and we would go happy hour. I would order like 3 appetizers. She ordered like 3. We just share the food, and of course we would both take home stuff because it's like a lot of food. But yeah, I'm making you hungry since like I said, you're making me hungry. I want salad now. I have 2 bags of salad in my refrigerator that I got. Well, 2 left because I purchased 4 from when I was at Aldi's the other day. I need to go grocery shopping, and I didn't need salads because I have enough food. I took a container of sauce out the freezer, so later tonight I'm gonna have spaghetti. I always total up in my head how many groceries I have bought. I did an inventory of stuff that's not in storage, but that's in the bottom cabinet. I didn't count the stuff in the top cabinet because that's like the working stuff, like stuff I'm going to be eating out of. And so as I take stuff from underneath in storage and put it in the working cabinet, that's when I'll, update my list. And so that way I don't have to be like, oh, they have a coupon for pasta sauce. And then I got to go look and see what I got. No, I have it written down so I know exactly what I got. And I got stuff. We'll send it over. Locks when she would send her some groceries, Dawn. Or was that for me to send the sauce over? It is spicy. That's so good. That is so good. Total groceries versus what I spend eating out. Do you spend more on groceries or more on eating out? Says Dawn. And I use BJ's. BJ's has coupons, and so I'll use those too. Spicy, yes please. That's that sauce I gave my neighbor once. She's like, I didn't have to add anything to it. Like, she loved it. I made spaghetti the other night. Says Pretty Kiwi over your mom's house. They ate a whole pan. Damn, a whole pan. Stuff like that as a kid when I was growing up. Lasted about 2 weeks. Damn. And that's why I don't dump the sauce on top of all the spaghetti, because then I can just put the sauce in a jar. And usually I have like 4 or 5 jars. And then when I want to take it out, because it thaws in like a day, and then I'll be like, oh, I want this tomorrow, so I'll take the sauce out. And the pasta takes however long it takes to boil, and then drain it, and then just put whatever that little container of sauce is on it. I'm too cheap to eat out. I'd rather buy groceries instead of one meal. Okay. Usually what I get, though, unless it's a salad, it is enough for like 2 days maybe. I have younger siblings. Eat like German Shepherds. Pretty Kiwi, no! Not your siblings eat like German Shepherds. Oh my god. That is funny. And so I don't eat out a lot. So I'm looking at, what people are saying, be more frugal or cut this out. I'm like, that's not an issue for me already. And I don't feel like I spend a lot. Excuse me. But they ask, budget for food and for fun. How many times you eat out or get takeout. Regarding food, use freezer for stocked items and refrigerator freezer for day-to-day monthly items. So that's what I did. How I was saying, I have the top cabinet. That's the stuff I eat out of. The cabinet below, that's the storage stuff. Stuff in my freezer, because it's a regular freezer refrigerator. The stuff that's in that freezer, that's like the working food. And the stuff that's in my chest freezer, that's stuff that's for later. You know what I mean? And so it's just quite a bit of stuff in there too. So I'm good. And so that's how I did that as far as food stuffs. Also, something I have been doing for the last few years with the perpetual low buy is delaying my gratification. And I put on here at least 3 days. Sometimes this year was one day. Like when I saw the ABH fall palette, I saw it one day, and the next day I went back and got it. As far as food, though, it works for me with food. If I'm like, oh my gosh, I want pizza, and I'll say I'll wait 3 days, and if I still want pizza the third day, then I'll order it. But by the third day, I usually don't even want it anymore. And so it's easy for me to delay gratification and never end up ordering food. Or sometimes I'm like, oh man, I just want tacos. Oh my gosh, there's this really amazing, awesome taco truck in front of a Mexican store. And I said, I will never go back to Taco Bell again because it was just. But they're only open certain hours, and because I sleep all day, they're closed by the time I get up. So, okay, no tacos. I'm the only grown adult sibling. The other one, 18. The baby German Shepherd is 12. Then all the cousins come by too. They eat like pit bulls. Oh my gosh. Your siblings eat like German Shepherds, and your cousins eat like pit bulls. That is hilarious. Then they need to brown bag it and bring some groceries or something. But my family used to have dinners back in the day, but now they kind of don't. Um, they would just be like, just bring something. And everybody would just bring something, and then they would cook and we would all eat. But now it's just like, just show up. And I'm just like, okay, that's different, but okay. Um, yeah, Christmas Eve dinner, the family dinner, when he sent out the text flyer for it, he put, just bring a smile. And I'm like, I could do that. I could bring a smile. I bought a bottle of Taco Bell sauce for 90 cents so I can pretend I'm at Taco Bell. This is Dawn. Yeah, I can't really go there now because eating like authentic tacos from a Mexican restaurant, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't go back to Taco Bell after that. I can't. Um, spam? Is that what that is? Yo, I hate spam. I like it, but I hate it because if they had like just a small jar about this big, because I only eat 2 slices, but then you got to eat it within a certain amount of time. Once you open the container, it's like I never do, and I'm not gonna force myself to eat spam like 4 days in a row, whatever. Um, so I wish they had like smaller containers because then I would buy spam. But so that's that about the spam. So think about what I want and why. Write down what I want, and I told you I started a wish list. There's 2 makeup items I think on there. I don't know if one is the eye cream. I don't even remember what it was. Um, and the same questions: how realistic is it that I'm going to use it? Um, why do I want it? Is it going and is it going to do something I already have? So makeup stuff is easy. Even though if I want something, I'm still want to get it. Like I do want that $25. Now it's $27. That Natasha Denona Quint. And Tony, I think it was Tony that reminded me. She's like, don't get it. You have Biba. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I still want it though. Because that would be good in a pinch. Like how if I want a black or a gray, I just pick up the mini Xenon. So it would be something like that where I could just grab that. Or I realized, y'all, I'm going to be torturing myself. I already scheduled a live stream to rank my, not Natasha, to rank my notoriously morbid palettes. And I didn't realize I had that many of them. I laid them out on the floor and took a picture. That's what a screenshot is. And I'm like, holy cow, Toledo Batman. I have like all these friggin' notoriously morbids. And a lot of them are shimmer heavy. So something like that, having that I'm trying to justify, right? So having that $27 Quint, it would be easy just to grab that. And if I wanted to have, a matte, but then I can pull out Esom for that because I haven't, the balance palette from Esom is all mattes. So I do have it. I do. And I hear you. Dawn was serious about where that spam emoji was. Dawn, you are hilarious. So I don't know. I do really want it though, like seriously. And I know I don't need it. I don't think makeup is in need anyway. The want and the desire can be very strong. And I really do want it, even though it will do something in my collection. Tony said, don't buy it. It's not new and innovative. And you said that before, and I'm still just like, mind blown, says Dawn, about the spam. So I'm not going to commit to not getting it. And also, I have like $91 and some change credit for the Natasha website. And when she had a sale when I was going to get the bronze palette, it was on sale. And I said, I'll use my credit. It will not let me use credit on sale items. So that means I'm going to have to buy something full price to use the credit. So I'm like, and I hate that they do this. Sephora does stuff like that too. It's something on sale. You can't use your points. You can't do this. You can't do that. And so I was kind of disappointed to find out I couldn't use my points to get the bronze palette because it was on sale. So that would be something I would use it for. And because I don't really buy a lot of stuff full price, I'm like, what am I going to use this credit for? I have to buy something full price to use the credit, which I think is, I understand why they do that. They keep us from saving more because they want to get more profit because it's a business. I do understand it. But I'm just like, so that means I have to buy something full price to use the credit. And I have like $91 and some cents. So that would be something I would get. It's $27. But then I know a sale is coming up. So it's just like, so it kind of irks me that I can't use it on sale items. And I can say I do want another Natasha concealer. I'm not going to get it though. Because I wanted to get one for this area. This is Estee Lauder. And look at my face, y'all. When I'm close, you can still see the mustache line. But y'all see me without makeup on. My mustache area is disrespectful. This is the Estee Lauder concealer. Perfect for there. It doesn't work well it works under my eyes a little bit, but not much. But it's perfect for this area. The Natasha Denona is perfect for this area. So I thought about, what if I go into a store, swatch the Estee Lauder, and go around and swatch Natasha and get that concealer. But here's the thing. Both Estee Lauder and the Natasha concealer have a 24-month PAO. So I'm not going to need another concealer for here for at least another year and a half. So even though I do want to get another Natasha one, and I think because it's not that the Estee Lauder is dry, but it's more full coverage, I feel like, than the Natasha's concealer. And so I'm thinking, like, when I do use up the Estee Lauder, then get the concealer, the Natasha concealer from under here. But look, this is, it's perfect. It's perfect for this area though. So it's like, why try to fix something that ain't broken? You know what I'm saying? And I don't do spot conceal, which is why you still see this thing I keep picking up there. What else I have on my face? These marks over here, here, and here. Yeah, so I don't even worry about like spot concealing, to be honest with you. Oh, that's a piece of hair. Is that hair? Where's my mirror? Yeah, that's hair. This is not a freckle. That's a piece of hair that just wants to hang out. And so I don't spot conceal, because in Natasha's videos, she'll do concealer here, highlight concealer here, a darker concealer here. And I'm like, I don't do all that. I don't do all that. Yeah, it is shitty. Like, I wish, and I understand it though, because the more we save is the less they make. So I do understand it's a business, but that's why I like Ulta. You can stack your points, you can stack offers, and you can use your points whenever you want to. But for Natasha, I'm going to have to buy something full price. Is Dion rationalizing? Don't get it. Yes, I am. Because what else am I going? Okay, here's the question, Tony. Help me out. Help me out. If I have to buy something full price to use my credit, how do I get around that? Just never use the credit? I'm waiting, Tony. I never use that much concealer. They use tons on videos. I do, and y'all saw how I do my under eye. I put a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here. A dot here, a dot here, and a dot there. That's all I put under my eyes. I do more around my nose area with the Estee Lauder. I'll start like 1, 2, 3, and like 1, 2, 3. And then I'll be like, let me put a little bit more. So then I'll put some more. But all of that, like all over, I'll use that. They win if you use the credit. They do, but still, like, that's $91 worth of product I could have. No, Sandy. It's not from a refund. It's actually from people using my Natasha code. And what had happened was they switched platforms. And so it was one thing. The platform was Natasha Denona something affiliate program. But then they switched to, I think I want to say Shopify or UpPromote or something. They switched what platform they were on for their affiliate program. And when they switched over, they shut down the first one. And because I didn't have the threshold for payout, they converted it to credit. So that's how that happened. Pretty Kiwi says, I don't like Ulta shipping department. They ship like, they don't know how to package stuff. They put heavy shit in one box. Get mad when they messed up my order, then they cheap on their boxes. Treat yourself, says Dawn. Yeah, Pretty Kiwi. Their package is like shit. They have a little piece of like brown paper at the bottom. Then they put your items, and then they put a bunch of paper and bubble wrap on the top. They need to wrap the item in the bubble wrap. I'm like, they need some training. Yeah, so then it's basically free, says Dawn. Yeah, but Tony's still saying I don't get it. And I'm waiting for her to tell me how to use the credit when I have to use it on something full price. Since she's telling me again, like, don't get it. They use tons on, yeah, they do. I'm just checking to see if I miss anything. I have heavy sunspots, that's dandy. Yes, Tony, I'm rationalizing. Because like, I want to use the credit. That's $91 worth of stuff I can get. I just have to get it full price, which y'all know is not in line with my perpetual low buy. But then it's money that not that I've earned. It's money that I accrued from y'all using my code, which I do appreciate. Um, I'm really starting to think I'm off of Notorious Morbid's team. I am, because I haven't heard nothing. They came out with some more Spellcast Beauty palettes. I ain't heard nothing from my rep. But that's cool though. And I still have credit with them too. So I'm just like, oh. But I'm realizing with Notoriously Morbid, I have a shit ton of shimmers and duochromes and multi-chromes. Because that's what they do in their palettes, excuse me. So I'm just like, excuse me. I'm just like, I don't. And y'all going to see when I do. It's going to be a live stream. It's already scheduled. My Notoriously Morbid ranking. It's going to be insane, y'all. Because I looked at all them palettes on the floor and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize I had that many Notoriously Morbid. That's the bulk of my makeup stash. Is Notoriously Morbid. But Notoriously Morbid, and then probably Natasha, and then maybe Lethal. And I'm just like, damn. Is there an expiration date on the points? Not that I saw. And it wasn't any fine print. It was just like it was an email saying this is how much credit you have to use. So I don't think there's a time limit. An expiration date, I mean. You might as well do it with Walmart shipping and people still in your panties. Then they be doing the whole time. Pretty Kiwi, you are funny. And I have stories, but we're not going to talk about it. People stole your panties. Oh my gosh. Cousins that eat like, siblings that eat like German Shepherds, cousins that eat like pit bulls, and now people stealing your Walmart panties. Like, what? Your life should be a TV show, because this is funny. And it probably shouldn't be funny, but I'm like, damn. Maybe they have pigments in them. I'm missing pigments in what? I'm missing something, Dawn. I don't want people to steal my. I remember growing up, we would hang our clothes outside. Our one neighbor, somebody used to steal her underwear from our clothesline, and I guess they figured it was clean. They would steal her panties and bras off her clothesline. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, cannot make this stuff up. I really need to break and buy a Notoriously Morbid palette. Nasty lady, man. I tell you, says Pretty Kiwi. I'm only 29, still stuff happening. Damn. You need to like, whew, you need to get in touch with that Lifetime movie network and have them do a video inspired by your life. In the new Notoriously Morbid palettes. I don't think there's new Notoriously Morbid palettes, but I have seen some new ones from Spellcast Beauty, which is Notoriously Morbid's sister brand. I've seen quite a few. And what's weird to me is some of the palettes are square with square pans, but all the other stuff they have is circles. So I'm like, why? But yeah, Spellcast Beauty, they're coming out with some stuff. And I did get an email because I'm on their Patreon that they do early release for Patreons like a week before it goes live for everybody else. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, no. And no one said she didn't know that. So yes, Tony, I'm rationalizing. I'm waiting for you to tell me how to use the credit if I gotta get something full price. The old man used to watch my grandma hang her stuff up there too. I can see him now, like, what underwear is she hanging today? Leaning over the fence. So the same questions for delaying my gratification. Is it going to be unique to my stash? How realistic is it that I'm going to use it on a regular basis? Is it duping something else? Just those regular questions. At this point, I can say I think whatever I see will kind of dupe something I already have. Just like when I did this, even though this is lethal, I'm like, I have other lethal stuff I could do this with. So I think I am at a point where I have like all the colors. I thought Spellcast Beauty was bulk made and Notoriously Morbid was handmade. Yes. They created Spellcast Beauty as a sister brand because those are things that are made in a factory. Notoriously Morbid shadows, they're handmade and hand pressed. And so that's why they say it takes so long for Notoriously Morbid stuff. If you just order Spellcast Beauty stuff, it'll ship in a couple days because it's already prepared. Whereas it's Notoriously Morbid, they get your order, then they make it and press it and all of that. And so yeah, you are right. But you get Spellcast Beauty stuff from on the Notoriously Morbid website. My nose is stuffy again. Like I don't know what's happening. They also said to anticipate special occasions. Y'all know I don't celebrate holidays. I celebrate Veterans Day and Memorial Day. So they were like, if you celebrate holidays, buy gifts months ahead of time. Like as you see stuff and it's on sale, that's when you buy it, and then just wait till that day or whatever. But that's not an issue for me. They said put important dates in my calendar and set the event to carry over automatically. I already do that too. People's birth. If I know your birthday, I put it in with your contact information, and then I set it for my calendar. So like every year it'll be like such and such day. Oh, Sandy's birthday is today, whatever. And people don't know that because I don't celebrate my birthday, but most people I know do. And so I'll text them, "Happy birthday today. Hope you have a good day." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you remembered." I'm thinking, no, it's in my calendar. And I even have death anniversaries in my calendar too, just to be aware, like to check up on that person more regular. Yesterday, oh God, my cousin that passed away a couple years ago, who was 4 years younger than me, his birthday was the 29th. It was yesterday. And so I text my aunt. I said, "Hey, auntie, I just want you to know I'm thinking of you and I love you." And she texted me back, "Thank you, I love you too." And so I put death anniversaries in my calendar, and it depends on how the person deals with it. Like if not to say if they're okay with it, but if they accept that the person's gone and it's been years and it doesn't really hit them hard, it's like okay. But if it's somebody I know where it still hits them hard, because he was her firstborn. And so every year since then, I check up on it extra. "Hey, auntie, I love you. Have a good day." And she's like, "Thank you. I love you too." Just to, you know what I mean? So I put dates in my calendar. So some of the stuff they were saying, I'm like, I already do. And so what else am I supposed to do? Pretty Kiwi said, "Yeah, I agree. I have color, nude, brown. Give me something I can scratch my brain. I wonder how I'm going to do a look." That's why I love Circle Loco. Oh my gosh, I love that palette. It's so much fun. I always go with handmade by preference. I like softer pressed shadows. Not too soft, because in Some Kind of Haunted, when I held it up and swatched it, one whole shadow just crumbled. And I was like, oh shit. And then the second one did the same thing. I was just like, those were too soft. Those were too soft. Valentine's Day is your favorite to shower yourself with gifts. Here's my question: why wait for a holiday to treat yourself? Like treat just treat yourself. Like you're an amazing person. You're worth it. Like why wait for a day? And that's why I don't celebrate my birthday, because I'm like, why wait for one day out of a whole year to be like, oh, I'm gonna treat myself? I treat myself periodically just because I know I'm awesome and I love myself. Yes, I was just like. Pretty Kiwi said I was late. I celebrated what would have been my birthday. And I don't even celebrate mine, but people was calling me happy birthday. And I'm like, y'all really don't know me, because if y'all did, y'all would know I don't even celebrate. But anyway, yeah, I got quite a few text messages and phone calls that day. And I'm like, thanks. You don't know me. Okay. I treat myself all the time, says Dawn. But it's nice having an excuse. The excuse is I'm freaking amazing today. I'm going to go out to the Cheesecake Factory and buy myself lunch. That's the occasion, Dawn. And when I see videos and like, oh, my birthday's coming, I'm gonna buy this and buy that. So you're gonna go into more debt because it's your birthday. Okay. Yeah, all right. Pretty Kiwi says, true, Dawn, but I don't shit, so I just drink and watch the Titanic. Pretty Kiwi, you are freaking hysterical. Oh my gosh. Cheesecake, I should buy some. Some people don't know that the Cheesecake Factory is an actual restaurant. In the front, off on the side, they have the cheesecake, whatever the thing is that they're sitting in there. But some people don't realize it is an actual restaurant. The Cheesecake Factory is an entire restaurant, and the food is amazing. I haven't been there since way before COVID. Ooh. I used to go all the time. Yeah, so when I would tell people, I think I want to go to a Cheesecake Factory for dinner. You want to eat cheesecake for dinner? I'm like, no, they have food. It's a restaurant. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, you should go. It's good. Um, haven't been since way before COVID, though. I love their club sandwiches, and their ranch is amazing. I have never ordered a sandwich from the Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, if I'm going to come here and spend that kind of money, I'm going to have me some shrimps. I'm going to have me some something. I'm gonna have me some something. I can make a sandwich at home. Or people go there and buy a salad. I'm like, you can go to Salad Works and get that for $11. Like, why are y'all here spending like 20 something dollars for a salad? Like, I'm gonna make my money count. I'm gonna get something that's yeah. Pretty cute says sorry, but it's the truth, and I should set you free. You are so funny. Dawn says she loves sandwiches, and I don't eat sandwiches often. I don't even buy bread. I seldom make sandwiches. I love the Cheesecake Factory, says Janessa, but that menu is unhinged. Y'all, they have like a 20-page booklet, and then they have the the lunch menu, or if it's dinner time, the dinner menu. Like, how many menus? Like, what? And then they have a cheesecake menu. I'm just like, y'all just like, can you condense this for me? Because this is a lot to look at. I really do either. That's why I ordered, says Dawn. A sandwich. Oh my God. Dawn, you are funny. Plan purchases for yourself and wait for a sale. And I think that was what was on my mind when I said, I'm gonna just do a wish list and just carry it over every day. And then when there's a sale, then just pick it up. I remember Godiva cheesecake, and it was heaven. I've had that too. It was so good. What else I have on here? Search for coupons, which I do. BJ's has coupons. What I don't like, though, the last couple of years, they started doing digital coupons. And so I'll download the digital, but then I'll also take the paper coupon, because then I can get 2 of the items instead of 1. And I think a lot of people don't think to do that. And so I think that's their way of us getting less stuff. For people who don't know, you can do the digital and the paper one at the same time. And this happened. I was surprised it happened. I had, for digital coupon, it was for sardines. And the expiration date was different on both of the coupons. And so I clipped both of them, because in the BJ's app, you can clip the coupon. And so when I purchased the item along with other stuff, each coupon was for $2 off. And I'm thinking it's only going to just let me use one, because I only bought one thing of sardines. It took off both coupons. I'm like, I didn't know that could do that. So it took $4 off instead of 2. And I'm like, damn. So I learned something that day. Pretty Kiwi says, yes. Then walk out of there. Bill will be looking like Santa's naughty or nice list for the entire globe. I like digital, and I still do regular coupon. Yeah. Because at first I was only using the digital, and then I'm like, now I got to go back next week to use the paper one. And I'm like, let me just clip the digital and take the paper one, because then I just get 2 of them. And so that helped me stock up for the winter. Also shop at discount stores like Aldi's. My thing with Aldi's is that because I like a certain taste of something, when I try something less or a store-bought, it doesn't taste the same to me. And that's just a me thing because of what I'm used to. Y'all, I cheated. I cheated on Penzies. I had to. I go through their chopped onions so friggin' fast. I bought the store-bought, it's like this wide and this tall of chopped onions from BJ's. I go through the Penzies chopped onions way too fast. And I'm just like, so I use the Penzies one if it's something like my pasta sauce, my chili, something that it really matters. And then I'll use BJ's one, which their brand is Wesley Farms. I'll use that for just miscellaneous stuff. But I'm just like, I can't keep, well, I could, but I'm not going to keep buying them chopped onions from Penzies, because I go through that so freaking quick. So yes, I cheated on Penzies, and then be totaling how much groceries I could have bought instead. Yeah, like I'm a cheater. And I felt it too, because when I was on the app, I'm like, That last jar of Penzies, the large jar, I didn't open that yet. And I have one more small jar that's about like that big. And the small one's almost gone. And I'm thinking like that'll be going in like, so I'm like, I'm gonna just have to cheat. Yeah, y'all. And it's not a cheat. I'm polyamorous, like for real, for real. So, I have enough love for both Penzies and Wesley Farms. But I did feel like, damn, am I really going to go back to this again? Because I used to buy all that stuff before I was introduced to Penzies. And then now, y'all saw my cabinet, everything is Penzies except for Arista Fire from Shop for Blends. Yeah, so I got one outlier, chopped onion in my cabinet. People be looking at me like I'm a granny. I look down with my glasses and say it's hard out here for pets. Oh my God, you are hilarious. And I do that too because my glasses help me see distance. And so if I'm reading something, I got to be like, look above the glasses or just keep taking them off and putting them on my shirt and read. And then, yeah, I'd be like, a friend of mine used to do that and I thought it was weird, but now I do it. So I'm just like, and so shop at discount stores, all these, they started to build a little down the street, LIDI, that store. But then they stopped. So I don't know if they're going to finish building it or whatever. I don't know what happened. I was excited. But then in a way I wasn't because from my understanding, little is like Trader Joe's. They have stuff and then all of a sudden they don't. And so you get hooked on something you love and then they don't sell it no more. And there is a Trader Joe's near here, which I don't go to often because it's just weird how to get there, how the traffic goes. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. If I can just go straight to it, it would be different. But where it's located, it's a high traffic area and it's accidents over there all the time because people just be trying to jump red lights and stuff. But have a shopping list, which I do. That was another thing. I do always have a shopping list. And I go straight to what I want and leave. When I would go to Trader Joe's, I would go to the bag salads. I would get the black pepper something something chopped salads. I would get Envy apples and I would get their corn puffs. Oh, and cheese, because I put extra cheese in my salads, Gouda cheese. So those are the 4 things. And I had told my neighbor, I said, I'm going to just go get what I get and leave. And so I went to the salads and the cheese is right here. I got the cheese, went down the road, got the apples, went over and got the corn puffs, and I went to find her. And she's walking around. She's like, you weren't joking. I said, no. I come in, I got tunnel vision. This is what I came to get. I'm going to get it and I'm done. And she was just like, wow. Yeah, I'm not the one to be browsing through stores because you keep browsing, you're going to end up buying something. Go get what I want to get and get out. And that's what I like about Sephora shopping online and Ulta shopping online because I don't got to go through the store. That's how ABH Fall Romance Palette got me because I was leaving. I was like, next day went back and bought it. But it is easier for me shopping online or just having tunnel vision. This is what I came to get. This is my list and then leave. Because then I don't get extra stuff that I didn't plan on getting. When I was a kid, I thought it was funny. Then I say, oh, well. Yeah, it do look weird when somebody be like, trying to read. Now I do it. So keep a shopping list for what stuff you want to get and don't get anything that's not on the list. So that's one thing I've always done. If something catches my eye, don't impulse buy. Wait a day or two. ABH, I went back the next day. If it's something with food or takeout, 3 days. And usually I don't want it after 3 days. And if I do, then I'll go get it. And so another tip they said is use your debit card. Or if you use your credit card and you don't run a balance on your credit card, use your credit card and then transfer money from your bank account onto the credit card so that way your credit card will still not have a balance. And I know a lot of people do that because they want to earn the points that they get from that credit card. So if you're disciplined to use your credit card, 0 balance, use your credit card, you spend $89.62 in groceries. So then when you get home, transfer $82.60 onto your credit card. So it'll still have a 0 balance and you'll still earn points. I'm not that disciplined, but I do. That's the goal. I got too many credit cards. Yeah, I do. So that's what some people do. Some people are like, oh, I just use credit card and then just pay it off. Or they'll just, like that same day or that same night, transfer the money over and pay it. Then she says, you got my... Wait, let me back up. I have to remind my mom I don't stay at home with you, so I don't look mama. We came here. We came in here for one thing. Yeah, because some people be browsing. I'm like, I'll be outside. Then she says, you got money. So she sees stuff and she wants you to pay for it. Yo, this one dude I dated, he was a fucking bum. He was a fucking bum. Every time we would go somewhere, he would be like, you got a couple dollars so I can get such and such. And I picked up on what he would do. You ran into them too. This is pretty cute. He would say something like, oh, I'm gonna go down to the dollar store. I would say, okay. And he would say, you want to come with me? And this is before I caught on, because this was like early in the relationship. I would say, yeah, all right with you. We get outside, and he's like, well, let's take your car. Your car's better on gas. Yeah, but it still needs gas. We get to the store. Oh, you have a couple of dollars so I can get such and such. I caught on quick. So then he would say, hey, I want to go down to such and such store. You want to come with me? I'm like, no, I'll stay here. An hour later, oh, I thought you were going to the store. I changed my mind. Like, that motherfucker. So I'm like, I knew I was right. I was like, this lazy ass bum. That's why I say straight up front, you got some money for yourself. I got bill coverage. Yeah. He was a fucking bum. Always a couple dollars, and never pay back. Like, nah, motherfucker, nah. You want to go to? Nope, I'll wait here. He would not end up going. And I'm like, dude, you get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that ain't cool. And one time, listen, y'all done made me have flashbacks. We were at the mall, and it was a shoe store. And he's like, "Oh, I want to look in here, and see if they have blue shoe dye or whatever." Because he had a pair of blue suede shoes. I'm like, "What are you, Elvis?" But anyway, he said he had a pair of blue suede shoes, and they were starting to fade or whatever. So he wanted to get the polish or whatever to put on them. And so we go in there. More reminders that although I am attracted to men, I really like Vanessa. The pretty Kiwi says Bubs. Yeah, she's like, I'm hell now, as I learned from them. Yeah. So we went in the shoe store and he was like, oh, do you have a couple dollars for me to get this polish? I said, no, I don't. And then later on, I purchased something that I wanted to purchase from another store. You know what this motherfucker said? He said, y'all, you cannot make this shit up. He said, I wonder if you'd have typed to hold out on me. I said, excuse me? I said, what you said? I said, say that again. He said, I wonder if you'd have typed to hold out on me. What do you mean? Well, because you said you didn't have money, but then you bought such and such for yourself. How is holding out on you me using my money to purchase something for myself? You asked if I had a couple of dollars, and for you, no. My money is my... Y'all, I was like, this motherfucker really tried it. What the... He really was like, I wonder if you'd have typed to hold out on me. Over a couple of dollars for some damn shoe polish. Get the fuck out of here. So as y'all could tell, probably, that didn't last long. Because get the fuck out of here. Pretty Kiwis too. I say bye, dude. I was just like, nobody has ever in their life said some shit like that to me. I was just like, excuse me, say that again. Wait, how are you 23 and your grown 33 sister paying for your phone bill? It's pretty Kiwi. But this is sister. Check that out. Okay. Yo, that was some crazy shit. I was, excuse me, say that again. What did you say? And also, he tried to pull the commitment card. Because I had told him, I think we need to break up. Not that day about the polish, but because I'm like, how can I just like get rid of this motherfucker? So I told him, Jane, I thought I was attracted to my toys. But said, no, they missed out. So I told him one day, I said, I think we need to break up. And he was like, why? So I'm like, okay, the money thing, you always want to take my car, you don't ever put gas in it, blah, 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 blah. So I listed all these things, and most of it was connected to money. He would come down here to visit me, and it's like, oh, I brought my laundry. Can I use your washing machine? So you want to use my water, my electricity to wash it, my dryer sheets, my detergent. Nah. I was just like, what? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, what the fuck? So I told him I thought we should break up. And he's like, why? So I named all these things. And he said, damn, what did he say? Oh, he said, but you was with your husband longer than me and you stuck in there with him. I said, I made a commitment before an audience and before God. That's why I stuck in there and tried to make it work. We ain't got that. We ain't got that kind of commitment. I was just like, he had problems. I'm really flashbacking, y'all. He was having problems with his car, and I do have AAA. He was somewhere. Well, he lived in New Jersey. There was something wrong with his car, so he asked me if I can do a gift AAA card for him, and he would give me the money. I knew by then not to give him no money because he would never pay it back. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. He calls me a couple hours later, and he was upset at his brother that lived down south. He said, my brother, I called him. He said he was at work, and he told me call him back in 2 hours. I called him back, and he answered the phone. So he was pissed off at that. I said, how are you pissed off at your brother for not answering your call because you asking him for money? Well, he should have never said call him back. How about you take care of your own shit? I was just like, I'm reading comments. I just have to say I had a pair of blue suede shoes, says Andy. Did you really? Where did I find him? Tony. I was on Plenty of Fish. His picture pops up, and I'm just like, hey, he was okay looking. He messaged me. Come to find out, he remembered me from high school. And he said he always wanted to talk to me, but he never did. So he was just like, so yeah, we knew each other. I think I remember meeting him like one time through one of my cousins, like just outside for lunch or something. And he's like, oh, D, this is so-and-so, that. But he remembered me from way back then. And I was just like, ugh. Yeah, his brother knew better. Yep. And I found out, I'm like, no, sir. He was a straight bum. I was like, nah, this ain't it. You should see them at public laundromats. Just suede shoes with sneakers, blue suede sneakers, Sandy. Oh my gosh. The worst sight ever. Dude broke my couch and bed down. How he break? I ain't gonna ask you how he broke the bed. I ain't gonna ask you that question. But yo, it was a straight bomb, and I was just like, this shit cannot be real. Like, am I tripping? Am I dreaming? Like, what the hell? Y'all. I was like, who he been dating? Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, so use your credit card and then automatically transfer money onto it so that you don't run a balance. I'm not able to do that because I got too many credit cards. And maybe a third of them have like less than $200 balance, but the rest of them is just yeah. So that would be my goal, is to pay down debt, because I do want to travel, but I'm like, I need to pay down debt to travel because you need money to travel for flights, hotel, food while you're wherever you are and all of that. He was big, lied and put up pictures on there. He was like, oh my God, I remember you. Oh my gosh, y'all. Excuse me for yelling. Our first date, we went to Dave & Buster's in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dave & Buster's. It's like an adult arcade, and they have a restaurant, and they got bars, and you can play pool, you can play arcade games. You know, it's this whole thing. And so we went. This is what I should have knew. I was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I'll pay for dinner. And I'm just like, I have no job, so I put my stuff on my card. Husband has no idea what he pays for. I remember you saying that before, Sandy, that you bought something. You know, I was 18 and my friend from high school had me on there. The bill comes. He's like, I'll pay for it. Y'all, if y'all remember the Rush card, like from Russell Simmons, how he had his own little credit card, the company thing. He took it out like, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, that's one of them cards that people get when they got bad credit and can't get other credit cards. And he was just like, I was just like, oh my God. That's when I knew, because I was just like, That card is for broke people. And then he would brag about he got his pay 2 days before payday because of some whatever thing he was on. And that didn't impress me because I told him, I said, if you need your money 2 days before payday, that means you're going to be broke quicker than you would if you just waited for your check. Like if you really need money like that and you get it, you're going to be broke quicker. It's like you can't wait till payday. Think about that, y'all. And there's a lot of them companies out here. You can sign up or you can get an advance payment. They don't check your credit because they're taking that out of your paycheck before you get your paycheck. So how is that helping you? Y'all done sent me down memory lane with that bum. Thank you. Being sarcastic. I usually bought $1,000 in fertile hatching eggs this past year, says Sandy. I have nice chickens. You have a lot of chickens. I remember we talked about that before. So if you use your credit card, pay it off right away. Or just use your debit card, come straight from your bank. And don't be too hard on yourself. Hard on myself. Did I just blank out for y'all? Because I just had a thing that went around in circles and then said I'm live. There's something glitching y'all into. Don't be hard on myself if I make an unplanned purchase, which is very seldom that I make unplanned purchases. And the last thing, and we talked about this. Shop for beauty-related skincare items during sales, Ultra 21 days, a Sephora sale, point multipliers, and I use Rakuten, so I get cash back off of that. And so a lot of these things like I already do. So hearing it and writing it down from the video I was watching, it was very helpful because I know I'm on the right track. I just need to not have another November month. But then I'm thinking too, if I do really wait, until the end of the year to buy stuff, if I'm not really buying a lot of beauty related stuff, that money's just going to accumulate. I spent over $1,000 in November this year. But if I wait for like November, December, especially stuff that's not limited edition, Natasha's is seldom limited edition. Even patch stuff that was, and the only thing I would get from her are her palettes every now and then. But they have those sales, and so I'm on the right track. I just still need to buy less. Sandy's the glitch was your signal. Me too. Somebody before it said they saw something spin and I glitched out for a minute. I don't know why it does that. But at least it doesn't disconnect us. And so that's my perpetual low buy is still going to be ongoing. And there's just a few months where there are no sales. And even if it's a month that has sales, I can still wait because I have enough makeup. I have enough skincare, except I do want to get under eye cream because that'll be running out soon. And I don't have a backup of that. But what are some of y'all strategies for spending less? Like, are you on a low buy? Are you good at just waiting for a sale to get your stuff? Like, what is your process for when you see something you want to buy? And I do think it's safe to say all of y'all have enough stuff. I think we know Dawn does. But what do y'all feel about this? Well, first I want to know what your process is if you want something. Like, do you go through a process or do you just get it right away? The other thing I wanna ask is, it was just on my mind. What do y'all think about this? Because I'm still torn, and I'm probably making too big of a deal out of it. Because I keep rolling back around to a declutter. And I remember saying, I'll just let stuff when it dies, just let it die. But if I'm keeping stuff that I don't love, when I use the I don't love stuff, that's taking away from using stuff I do love. You know what I mean? So then I'm back to just get rid of the like stuff so that everything I have can be stuff I love. What do y'all think of that? Just keep stuff till it die, or declutter the okay stuff that I like, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I get to use Circle Loco again. Ooh, Mothman, which that's about to die probably next year. But so what do y'all think about that? Because I do like to get rid of stuff when it has life left in it. And I do really want to be excited about what I'm using and everything I'm not like super excited to use. You know what I mean? Someday we'll all know if Dawn has enough once that video is done. I think that's why she doesn't want to do a collection video, because one of these live streams, she was talking about all this stuff. And I'm just like, you need to do a collection video. That's how that started. I'm like, you need to do collection videos, because she was so because like whatever I was talking about or different palettes, she had something to say. And her comments under my videos, she would say, "Oh, I need to pull out Xenon." Because she would like the look I did. Or if I used a Pat palette, oh, I need to use that tomorrow. I'm doing something else. Oh, I need to use that tomorrow. So everything she had everything to everything I said. And I'm like, you need to do videos. You know, all that stuff. Washing my face and listening to you talk about me. All in good love, my troll. All in good love, my troll. So that's how that started. Because when I thought back to her comments, it was always, oh, I should use that tomorrow. I should use that this day. And I'm like, she got everything I got. Like what? Okay. But what's your process for if you see something you want? What is your process? Because some people they want it, they just go get it. Period. Um, and I don't think anybody in here is a collector, quote unquote. The one says so much stuff. I'm not a collector at all. And that's why I don't like to call what I have my makeup collection. That's why I just call it my stash. My treasure troll trove. Thank you, Janessa, for that phrase. But do y'all just get it, or do y'all have a process? Like, do you delay your gratification? Do you think about it? Do you think about what you have already, or do y'all just not think about it and just buy it? And also, what do y'all think about me still doing a declutter of stuff that I'm not in love with? Because if I'm using stuff that I just like, then I'm not using more of the stuff that I'm in love with. So I keep just in my mind just keeps going around in that circle. I don't grab at first sight as often like I used to, says Dawn. That's good. That's good. So same, says Pretty Kiwi. So still do a declutter, or and honestly, it wouldn't be a lot. And even like now, I'm going to be doing more trash or treasure videos. That's using stuff that I was ambivalent about, and I'm going to be using that when I could be using something that I love. You know what I mean? I just keep going around in that same circle. Tony says she has treasures. Dawn says I have so much stuff, so I think about it if I have it or something similar. Pretty Kiwi says I hate when stuff is actually you actually want it sold out, and that can happen. And even if I want something and it ends up sold out, I'm like, I still have enough stuff, and I probably have that color story. And even when I laid out my lethal palettes for that thumbnail, for that live stream to rank all of my lethal palettes, like I have all the colors. And I know there's a thing for some people, they just want to try different formulas. They want to, I like what I like. And it's just like, why fix something that ain't broken? But, and most of the stuff I get is not limited edition. Even lethal, if they sell out of something, eventually it'll come back. Like when I was waiting for Nocturnal, that dark brown, and Transmutation, that deep black to come back. It took a while, but when it came back, then I bought it. But so I don't know. So should I still declutter or no? That's the question. And it wouldn't even be a lot, really. I did rearrange my station. And one of those acrylic containers, I put my lethal stuff in there. Well, some of my lethal palettes in there, and I put that on the storage ottoman. When I said if you turn it upside, well, if you turn the lid upside down, it's the tray. I put that on there, and so my station is looking a little bit better. And so, should I still declutter or not declutter? That's the question. My skin is looking nice in this video. I'm adorable, troll. So, what do y'all say? You know what? That Hourglass, those finishing powders, y'all. I love them. It just. I was late to the party on quite a few things, says Dawn, and I absolutely love and don't regret. Tony says, if it lives in my head rent-free, I will purchase. But my waiting game for it sells on point. Awesome. Notoriously Morbid was living in my head rent-free, but now they have moved out. You did get a lot, Tony. You did get a lot. And I got more stuff too. And I still got more credit to use. And I'm like, it ain't nothing else I want. I do want to try some of their liquid lipsticks, but one that they had sent, I didn't like it at all. But the one that came gift with purchase, I do like that. The one that came in the advent calendar, I do like that one as well. And that lip gloss or whatever that came in the advent calendar, I like that too. But I'm partially turned off by the Mystic matte formula or whatever it was, because the one they had sent in PR, that formula was awful. And so I don't really want to take the chance on getting another one, even though they're only like, excuse me for smacking, like $13. I'm still just like, Because that's one of the things I have on my wish list is a dark blue lipstick, a dark blue liquid lipstick. And I forget what the other thing is. Declutter if it's what you're strong leaning to. I keep going back and forth, Dawn. I keep going back and forth because everything I tried from Trash or Treasure, I ended up keeping it. So, and it's not anything wrong with the stuff. I just don't gravitate to it. Pretty Kiwi, she waits for it to go on sale. I wait a month to do a brand big buy. That is awesome. And so I think part of me is thinking go ahead and do the declutter because I keep rolling it back around in my mind. Because I'm thinking now the palette pairings from in my purgatory box, that'll be like maybe 6 looks at least. And that could be 6 looks I could do with something I absolutely love versus using stuff that I'm ambivalent about to see if I like it enough to still keep it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why just, it's in that box for a reason because I wasn't using it. But then to use it and I'm keeping it, it's like, what was the point? Because I still don't miss it. And when I see the box, I'll be like, oh, that's that stuff. Like, I forget that it's there. I can't get rid of stuff, so don't listen to me. Dawn, are you a hoarder? Like, all jokes aside? Sandy says she's a collector. I cannot be a collector. That is like too much friggin' money. True, especially with old MAC lipsticks. I wish they had more of their matte retro liquid lipsticks. I have the darkest one, which is a black. I love that thing. The next darkest color is a purple, but it's a shimmer purple. I'm like, why it couldn't just be like a dark purple? That's why I have so many of the Sephora lip creams, because they have all them other colors. Tony said, I can't declutter my makeup into my mind. I can hit pan or use it up. Tony, have you ever hit pan on an eyeshadow in a palette? I don't. Pretty Kiwi says, I don't look gross or smell. Oh, it don't look gross or smell. Excuse me. It still looks brand new. And I take care of my stuff. And so, excuse me, even the stuff that I'm not drawn to, like, it still looks good. And that's the part of me that's like, well, go ahead and just put it in Macari or give it away because it still has life left in it. Instead of just being here and just taking up space in a random box. Pretty Kiwi is the same as you, Tony. You can't declutter your makeup in your mind. Yes, it just keeps coming back to me like what to do. And I think I'm leaning towards a declutter. Because why would I keep questioning that? You know what I'm saying? So I do think that's where I'm leaning because why would I keep even questioning it? It doesn't happen often, says Janessa, but when I hit pan on an eyeshadow, I'm both impressed that it happened, but sad that it's getting to the end. Yeah. I was surprised when I hit pan on that House Labs bronzer. I was like, what the hell? I was like, whoa. I've never hit pan on an eyeshadow. Never. Never. I know some people do. And there's a lot of Project Pan. There's different Project Pan witchamajiggets. And that's intentionally using something to use as much as possible or to use it up or at least to hit pan. But because I only have 3 bronzer brands, 3 highlighter brands, 3 blush brands, I'll just use those until, well, I should say until they irritate my skin. So I don't even have a lot of those to go through. Not really a hoarder, says Dawn, just a teeny apartment. I found someone who still loves CDs, so those are going. And Tony says that last eyeshadow I used up was from ABC Gum by Urban Decay. I don't even remember that palette. I do hit pan on bronzer after 5 years. I think it's been less than 2 that I hit pan on that House Labs one. And the one I hit pan on was the first one I bought and was the only one from the brand I had for a while. And then I ended up buying more because I really was liking the formula. Yeah, but it took, I want to say it's been over a year since I had it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it took a while. And that's 11 grams of product in there. So it's like, that's a lot of product. So I'll keep using it until it irritates my skin because I have an allergic reaction to nickel, which is what some of the pans that the bronzers, highlighters, and blushes are in. And so it hasn't irritated my skin yet. And I don't even know what formula that pan is made from or what material that pan is made from, but it hasn't irritated my skin yet. But I do have a backup. Janessa says, I have Neon Dreams palette from Blush Tribe, and I've hit pan on 2 other shades. That's impressive. I'm bummed that the brand doesn't exist anymore and I can't replace the palette. Ooh. Do you have something similar though? Like in that color story? And I know it wouldn't be the same, but is there something that can satisfy you to not miss that one as much? That's what I was telling you I do. I gotta wipe it off with a paper towel because I have lip gloss on. And then I'll just close it back down. I love that thing. The other one I bought, the one that fits in a cup holder, that's a 40 ounce as well. But when I get to the bottom, I can taste the plastic. I don't know if it's from the bottom of the container or from the straw. But when I get to the bottom, I'm like, ugh. But that one I'll just use for travel since it does fit in my cup holder. This one doesn't. Both of them are 40 ounces. And so I do drink more water now. I don't know why. I'm drinking easily 80 ounces a day, and this is 40. So I'll fill this one up and I'll fill up the other one, or drink this and then fill it up again. And I've already finished one of these today. So I'm like, not to be gross, but my urine is completely clear, like water. My kidneys are good. Sort of, says Janessa. That one is really good, Neon Matte. Ooh, I have some neon shades, but not as good as the Neon Dreams. I have 2 neon shadows from Lethal, and they're UV reactive. I haven't tested it, but the orange. No, first I had was it the pink one at first? And that pink is bright. It's brighter. That's orange. This is pink in here, but it is way brighter than this. And then some kind of way I ended up with an orange one. It shows the hell up. It shows up bright like this. And I'm just like, damn. But, yeah. So, I'm still just like, that declutter thing keeps rolling around in my head. But, and people aren't really buying off of Macari because people, the political climate is awful. Like, I wouldn't be buying much either. It's the palette that I used for my video where I did my makeup under UV. Oh, okay. I remember that video. That was nice. Okay, Sandy. That was a wild video. That video was funny. That's not the one where you did the yellow foundation, was it? No, I don't think it was the one with the yellow foundation. I don't think so. But that's all I got for today, y'all. I just wanted y'all to know where I was with the low buy, no buy thing for next year, what my YouTube goals are for next year. I am hoping to grow not only the official Troll Nation, but also the pro side. The titles are going to be different to videos. It won't always say what the brand is, but it may be in the picture. I do want to have enough members to do. You had to restart the app, says Andy. I would like to have enough members to do a live stream, and it'd be more than like 2 of us there. Oh, I just got a battery low notification. And so that's just kind of it. And the things I've been thinking about for actually like the last 2 or 3 weeks was the stuff that I talked about today. I do think though, if I take pictures of some of my favorite palettes, or even the ones in Purgatory. Thank you, Sandy. Who did? Oh, that one went to Luna. That sounds familiar, but then it doesn't. So Luna received that one. Thank you, Sandy. To just what was I saying? To just take a picture of the palette, the color story, because that's why I get tricked. That's why I get tripped up is the color story. Because the way I think of things is, oh, here's something else to tell y'all. I have it sitting here to tell y'all. When I have a palette, I'm like, everything in here will work together. So if I want to do something else, I won't know what colors go together. And so that's where the thought came in to take pictures of whatever palette I'm going to declutter or whatever. So I can have a picture of that complete color story and then go into my BYOPs, whether it's Lethal or MAC, and then do a look based off of that color story. Because I'm a visual person. And then my perception of color is different. I took these out. These are my lookbooks. And I remember years ago, I said I write down looks that I do. So like if I get stuck on what to do, I can look in here and just find a look and do it. I never use these. I never use these. So I'm throwing these away. I've never used them. I've never once looked in here because I was stuck on what look to do. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy's on a roll again. Thank you. And so I'm throwing all of these away. Um, the only time I looked in here, and it wasn't even to do a look, but a look I did reminded me of something else. And so I looked it up. It was a Pat McGrath look. So I looked it up just to see if it was that exact look, and it wasn't. But as far as looking in here to figure out what look to do, I have never. That one with the Chloe Evans, that name sounds familiar. And so I'm not writing looks down anymore because I never use these. So all of these are going in the trash because I really never used them, not once. Not once. And it's getting to the point now where some people say they just need to see the look and they can kind of figure out the colors. I'm not quite there yet because my perception of color is a little different. But I still think I could kind of do that or something close. And so Sandy said this is better than playing the slots. Yo, them gambling commercials is irking me because legit people do have gambling problems, and now you're making it where you can just gamble from home, sitting on your phone. I'm like, that to me is just insane. The one says she's rolling the dice. Yeah, I can't stand them commercials. Thank you, Sandy. If y'all like the movie Rush Hour, 1, 2, and 3 are on Tubi. And Tubi is free, but you will see commercials. But Tubi is free. I watched the first one last night. I'm going to watch number 2 and number 3 tonight. And I think it's only 2 more days. So I was cutting it kind of close. But if y'all like the movie Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, all 3 are on Tubi for another couple days. The Boss Lady. Why does that sound familiar? And nobody in the chat receiving. Hopefully they'll stay. Because the last batch, and I know when my membership number goes up, I'm like, okay, 12 of those were gifted, so they'll probably leave. So my core official Troll Ken is like 12 or 13 people. And so when it spikes up because of gifts, I know not to count on, I got 24, because I know it's gifted and they may or may not stay. Once in a while somebody stays, but usually they don't. I'm just fishing, says Sandy, to see who she can catch. Hey, Sylvia. Did you just get here, Sylvia? What? I think I saw you earlier. Or maybe I'm tripping, because y'all know I be tripping a lot. Yeah, so we're just going to wrap this up, because I think I have 15% battery on my phone. Thank you, Sandy. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, thank you, because you... Stephanie Stewart, that sounds familiar too. Or maybe I'm thinking of the other Stephanie that was in here earlier. Is that the Stephanie that was in here earlier? You've been clearing, okay, you've been cleaning your room. And I've been decluttering stuff again. I decluttered my closet in my bedroom again. I decluttered my bookcase in them random boxes because I already have boxes I ordered from Amazon like a year ago to send stuff in. So I'm really just getting rid of stuff. And I do declutter at least once a year, sometimes more. But when I stopped working, I did a mass declutter. Because I'm like, I don't need such and such clothes, shoes, these big Coach bags. Because I'm like, I'm not working anymore. I don't need them. I got rid of a ton of stuff. But there was still more stuff to get rid of. That's a fun way to add a few bucks to your budget for the month. I appreciate it, Sandy. It does. So out of the $2.99, I earned $2.10 unless they change something. And my YouTube money, my Macari money, that goes into my beauty budget, like straight into my beauty budget. So that just sits over there. And what I pay for YouTube Premium to not have ads and have access to music, which I don't really listen to on YouTube. Like I watch music videos, but I don't just listen to just music. That comes out of my beauty budget since it is related to YouTube. Sylvia says, me too. I sent my niece a large flat rate box of stuff. My other niece left here Christmas Day loaded down. Yup. And so I'm still looking around like what else can I get rid of. I think I'm gonna do a short of my 2 Coach bags that's in my Macari store because they've been in the store for a while. And under my Coach video, somebody said they ordered a Val Duffel, and I'm like, damn, I have 2 in my store, but she ain't know. But I'm just like, so I think I need to do another video showing them and being like, hey, they're in the store. But I did update those thumbnails, and I put in the thumbnail. It's in my Macari store, but because I don't use bags that big anymore, and so they're just sitting here. Dawn, what are you doing? Is that a cat eating cheese? Like what? Oh my gosh, y'all are funny. There go that spam again. I wish they just had the little tins, the little ones. But so we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Hopefully I wasn't too scattered because I am gonna do a declutter because it keeps rolling around in my mind and it's driving me nuts. I am just gonna do a declutter, and the New Year's in 2 days, so and I'll be still doing all the low buy stuff, sales, point multipliers, coupons, all of that. Your new favorites is doing. What is that? A fish? Doing just be finding emojis, popcorn boxes. Dude, you are hysterical. You are funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sandy. Sweet Melissa. Oh, Melissa was in here earlier. That's exciting. I love it. I love it too when it gifts to someone who's actually here. They're so teeny, I can't tell most are. Finally caught alive. This Sandy. Yeah, she was here in a few. Melissa, you're going to make dinner. Did you see that you received a gifted membership? Yeah, Sandy gifted that and you received it. She's like, hey, that's me. And now you got a little star by your name. And they're good for a month. So hopefully you enjoy being a member enough that you'll stay after your month is over. And it's $2.99 a month. Out of that, I earned $2.10. But yeah, Sandy was fishing because she be gifting them, hoping there's somebody in the chat that gets it. And I'm always excited when it is because you're already here. And you were in a few of my lives during that week of lives too. That is so exciting. She's cleaning her room while listening. All right, y'all. I'm gonna finish thawing out this sauce. Hopefully it should be thawed. And make some spaghetti. And I also need to declutter my email inboxes. I need to do that too. I'm gonna do that too. Saying you got a trophy. Giving a trophy. Just saying I'm going to make dinner. I wasn't sure how much longer you'd be on. Not much longer because I received a notice on my phone. I have like 15%, and that was a little while ago. And so I never even tried to see. Thank you, Sandy. That one went to Goodwin. Goodwin was in here today too, right? It's me again, Insanity Game. Good to see you. So if you in before I finish eating, Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to you too, Melissa. Thank you. And Sandy, oh my gosh. Thank you, Sandy. And so, yeah, we're going to go. So that's how things are going to be changing here. I have a video going up tomorrow. I don't have a live stream for tomorrow night. I posted on the app next door. I might have mentioned this in the beginning. So I'm hoping somebody will bite and be like, hey, I'm going out. Like, can you do my makeup? And so hopefully that will happen. And yeah, hopefully that'll happen. Sandy is amazeballs. Sandy is amazeballs. So we're really going to go before my phone just straight cuts us off because that would just be rude. Thank you for hearing my process. And it does help me to talk things out. And even y'all just being here, like it helps me process saying it out loud and figuring things out. So I do appreciate that. I'm not going to do a declutter video. I'm not going to do that. So stuff I get rid of, I will probably just contact people. Hey, would you like such and such? Or if it's kind of looking, then it'll just go in the trash or in my Macari store. But so we'll see what happens. But it's been decided. So now I can stop going in circles with that in my head. And I told y'all the changes that are coming up for next year. Nothing major. Still going to be content going up. Just title change is going to be different. And I'll be doing intentional looks versus what does this look like? Okay, we'll call it that type of thing. So that is that, y'all. Everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, my 32nd day one. I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for hanging out with me. And we will be back here Monday night. Oh, I also think I'm going to do 2 lives a week. I am considering doing that. And if I'm not mistaken, I did schedule both of those ranking videos in the same week, those live streams. Because I do think I want to do 2 lives a week. Keep Monday and then maybe also do Thursday. That's what we may do. Yeah. So that was the last thing. I rarely do a declutter video. I feel like it's a confessional come to Jesus moment. If it is, though, it's going to be stuff that's in my purgatory box. And that'll just go in my, probably in my Macari store. probably. 2 lives would be fun, says Sandy. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking to add a Thursday on to my live streams. Because it seems like even if I have a little bit to talk about, like we did today, we end up going for hours. So, so I don't think that'll be a issue. Maybe we'll do a look together or whatever. But and again, I'm not a commentary video. I'm not a reaction channel, so I'm not going to be on here talking about the news or this or that. And I will be doing members only posts. Like, is there something specific you would like me to talk about? Is there a specific look you would like me to do for a live stream? Excuse me, I'm just like tongue tied here because I'm thirsty. The chatting is fun. The one we did on Christmas Eve, no, Christmas night. Oh my God, that was over 4 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, we've been on here like 4 hours. And we didn't even have a topic. I had 2 things to do, like just because. But y'all. And it is just like sitting around a campfire, just chit chatting, making s'mores. Like time goes by so fast. When I saw us at 4 hours, I was like, oh damn. I can't talk about that other person now that do like 4 hour, 5 hour lives. So I'm like, now I'm that person. And this one, almost 2 hours and a half. Sheesh, that 1 week of lives got you tuned up for 2 lives a week. And that would be more realistic for me. That week of lives really took a lot out of me. Like for real. I was just like, and even 2 lives in a row, because sometimes I do Monday and then Tuesday, that's fine. But once I got to that 3rd live, I was feeling it. I was feeling the lack of sleep. I was just like, okay, this is just crazy. But I said I was going to do it, so I did it. But yeah, 2 a week because they're spread out. That would work better. So I am thinking of that. I fell asleep before your Christmas live. I was mad at me. Aw, Sandy, you needed that sleep, and I'm glad you got sleep. I really am. We be having good times and conversations. That's pretty key. Yep, and I'm glad you're here for it too, because that's the best part to me is just chit chatting with y'all. Long lives lets people drop. Long lives lets people drop in on their own time, kind of like the door is always open. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I find for me, if I go to a live, I'm going to stay. And it kind of feels like I don't want to be the first one to leave the party. um, yeah, I don't want to be the first one to leave the party. Yeah, if I attend the live, I stay the whole time. Like I really do. I miss Christmas live. I had family show up unexpectedly, but we had a good time. I'm glad you did, Sylvia. I'm glad you did. Yeah, our dinner was the night before, so that was pretty cool. And I did that Grinch makeup. But that was pretty cool too. But yeah, so we're really going to go, y'all. So we'll be back here Monday night. I don't know what's on the calendar. It's in my phone and on my computer that ain't open. But so we'll be back here. I'm trying to stay, but your phone dies eventually. Mine too. I have less than 15% because when it said that, that was a little while ago. So yeah, so we're really going to go because I don't want it to just straight cut us off because that would just be rude. But we'll be back here Monday. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Sandy, for all the gifts. Thank all of you for the interaction, for the chat, for helping me process all these random thoughts that's running through my head. I mean Thursday night, not Thursday this week. Yeah, Thursday night, Monday, and I'm also thinking of adding a Thursday, but not this week. Not Thursday this week. Not this week. Mm-mm. And I don't know if I scheduled my 2 ranking videos in the same week or not, or if I scheduled them both for Monday. Like I don't remember. I had to check my phone, but yeah. So we'll yeah. So not Thursday this week. Not this week. But thank y'all, and I adore y'all. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you as well. I tell people replay crew rocks too. So if you can't make it here and you watch the replay, that is completely fine with me. But yeah, so we're gonna go. We'll be back here Monday. I have videos going up during the week. Not this Thursday, Dawn. No peer pressure felt at all because I already have videos scheduled for the rest of this week and throughout the first week in January. So I'm just like. And so, yeah, we're going to go. Don't forget about the Pinsies giveaway. Don't forget about the makeup giveaway. And I did write a note to put the rules for this look, this lethal look in that video. Because I forgot to mention it when I did the video. But so we're going to go. But keep your eye on for that. The 2 that's open. You know, go ahead and find those and enter if you would like to enter for some Pinsy stuff. Even though now I got a side chick called Wesley Farms. Maybe once Dawn's video is done, you can do Thursday. that would never be because she dragging her feet on that. But I really do, want you to do videos, like for real. Yeah, so we're going to go time clock. Yeah, because I think my phone might because I don't know. But we're going to go. We'll be here Monday. Videos going up through the week as usual. Thank all of you for so much. Not a too long goodbye this time because, as always, self-acceptance and self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you so much, y'all, and you will see me soon. Bye.